titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Yes, we're here again, everybody. I just brought up on my phone the pay-per-view, so technically this is a watch-along Sleaze. I didn't lie to the people. Not a lie.
Never lie.
Never. But so.
Never lie.
You hear me go silent because I'm busy doing something, everybody, while I'm doing the show. Just joking. But I'm going to put this over here. We're kind of they're showing vignettes and what happened over the past few months and everything. No need for that. No need for this Great American Bash. You can watch it, but you can listen to us. See, you can do multiple things, people. I hope you do. Do you do that, Sleaze? I do that
all the time. Smart people do that. Dumb people can't do that.
That's right. And we're smart. The people that watch us are smart. Everybody out there that's tuning in, get sharing and liking. We got so much to go over. Tons to go over. We're going to go over it through shows, I think, probably in the future, because I keep putting pay-per-views and PLEs on at the same time when I'm going live. What is this? They did this last week as well at Night of Champions.
Yeah. Well, WWE is counter-programming everything.
Everything.
Now, AEW is doing it to us because they're pissed at WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
They're ruining our lives, everybody. Hey, Triple H still wants you to go.
Trying to feed my kids over here.
We got kids to feed, people. And you can do it by clicking on some of these links. Subscribe all over the world. My God, I look ghostly today. It's very bright outside. Get this off the screen. You know what to do.
It's like Danny Damage.
Yeah, I don't know if we're getting Danny Damage today. He might have said something about, me and my memories. Not very good. But he might show up. You never know. DDP might show up.
Yeah.
Triple H might show up. Who knows?
He might.
You know what?
He hinted to it.
What upsets me, Sleaze, is I'm scrolling around and I see one of my favorites, Saul Ruka, doing a podcast. What is this podcast? How are any of these podcasts better than this one? I'm just saying. I'm not tooting my own horn, even though I am. But come on, guys. How do they get?
What podcast?
I don't even know. They showed it somewhere. I seen this on one of my millions of screens that I have going, and I'm just thinking to myself, how? Right? I reach out. They don't want nothing to do with me, even though hyper talented. We got the Sleaze over here, expert analyst, journalists.
Right.
The frick.
One of the best on the planet.
They're suppressing us.
In my opinion.
They're suppressing us. And I want it to stop, or else I'll send the Yeet Army after all of them. There we go. Yeet! What else are we going to talk about today? There's so much to talk about.
So much. Oh.
What's that?
That motherfucker.
Who's this? What's going on? Something's happening in this stream. What's going on? Did I hit a button? No?
No?
Ah!
Oh, no. Jason Moxley.
It's Moxie's. Moxley the 13th.
Yes.
There he is, folks. Along with, Freddy Krueger. You all know these guys. They'll be in All In tonight. Jesus. Well, maybe not Edge. Didn't Edge, he's taking time off, right?
Yeah, because he was saying that every time he has a match, he can't walk for like 4 days. It's like, well, time to give it up then, huh?
Yep. Guess it might be time.
Jesus.
Same with Daniel Bryan. It was sad to see him go, but I mean, come on, bro. You were kind of wrestling half to death out there.
Yeah, stack of dimes neck.
Yep. So
Didn't he just show up on one of their shows? And I was like, no, come on.
if you
Not
got to
again.
keep one, you got to lose one. Edge or Mox for AEW.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm sorry, Hope.
I think Moxley, because I think he does the most damage. Even though one of the fucking young bucks just came out and said that, just like his boss, just bullshitting, just said that ever since the Death Riders, something like they're bringing in more people and the ratings are up.
Yeah. Oh, that really.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't follow this that closely, Sleaze, but maybe you can inform us on some of the the ratings talk, like the expansion, say, of the promotion, whatnot, because I've just been seeing lately this guy out here just getting yelled at by everybody, really. It's almost as if he doesn't. People that don't like each other are like saying that he's wrong.
Because he's wrong. He's astronomically wrong about 98% of the stuff he says. Like, he's another one that's been saying, just like Tony Khan, who just blatantly lied in an interview, saying that their business is up, their attendance is up, and every single week they put out the ratings for like NXT and SmackDown Raw and AEW, and historically, since they started, their ratings have dropped like tremendously year to year.
So it's lying, is what you're saying.
They're all lying. And people are saying like their Max numbers are like 1 million, which is bullshit because Max isn't even putting them out. They're so bad. It's really fucking bizarre.
I don't know. I've been getting blocked this week for doing my little AEW bit. I started at 50 retweets. Like, give me 50 retweets for this stupid post, and I will watch AEW tonight. Didn't get close. I think we got 3 that week. And then the next week we got 6 at 40. And then we got now 10 at 30. You see what's happening?
It's going up.
So you were you just were laughing at me. You thought it was ridiculous. I knew it was ridiculous. Of course it's ridiculous.
It was.
But it's working.
Your ratings are going up on that more than AEW's. You started off at 3 and then 6 and then 10. So next week you'll be at 12. You might be stuck watching this shitty program.
What's their average right now for like viewership? Does anybody even know, or is just everybody's fudging numbers?
Dynamite used to pull in over 1 million when they were in their height, like 4 years ago.
CM Punk, sure.
Right. Now they're hovering around, I want to say like 580. Don't quote me on it. They hover around 580, sometimes
That's
6.
What I hear.
That's for Dynamite. Collision is like 300, which is really bad. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten canceled because Rampage was going down in that gutter
Not
number.
doing better on Thursday nights, huh?
No. Anything they tried those Dynamite Collision double features and stuff, and it still was saying the same stuff. So it's not, and a lot of it is lead in. Like, if you know anything about the Nielsen's or anything like that, you know that, let's say there's a popular show on before. Some of those people hang around for, the first quarter, which is 15 minutes. So they'll start off at like 700,000. But then like after quarter 1 goes and everybody from like, let's say Modern Family reruns, when they leave, it'll dip down to like, 600. They'll lose 100,000 people. Mm-hmm. And then their average throughout the 2 hours hovers around I'd say about 580 for Dynamite, which is their Raw.
Mm-hmm. You listen up, Meltzer. You hearing this?
Yeah.
Listen
Dumbass.
up. I'll fight you in a boxing
He's
ring.
another one. The ratings and the business is going up. Shut the fuck up.
You want to go? We'll throw hands over this in a boxing ring. YouTube TOS. You want to go, Meltzer?
Right. Do it. I'll be in your corner.
Fight like the little Irishman on the Notre Dame helmet. Come at me, bro.
Soda Popinski from Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
I'm tough. Like Glass Joe. Like CM Punk. I'll never forget that meme. The pre-fight, post-fight pictures of CM Punk in the same stance at the beginning and the end of the match of the second fight when he fought the boxer guy. And he was just, it looked like he was shot with like rubber bullets like all night. It's just like you see these punch marks like all over him. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah. He looked pummeled.
Shout out to CM Punk. And then Triple H, of course, after, was it the first match or the second match? Doesn't really matter. Triple H puts out a picture of him with the fight behind him, smiling.
I love when they're petty.
Yeah. I just saw a video today, random video. Get off my screen, Meltzer. Get off my screen. Thank you.
Fuck.
All right, that's weird.
This tongue.
Switch it back. It weirds me out. I feel like a guest on the show here.
No. Never want him on the show.
Oh, get out of here, Meltzer. Yeah, he thinks he's running everything. Doing all these mental gymnastics out here. No, they're doing great. It's bigger and better than ever. Yep, got it. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm believing all this. Who pay, honestly, before we get into anything else, who's paying $15, $16 a month? For what? You get a podcast with Meltzer and Alvarez and news and things? Because are they like, they must have foot soldiers, right? Like guys going to events and stuff for them, I would assume.
He's obviously under the payroll of Tony Khan. Like there's no, and he'll say he's not and all this stuff. But if you're that, it's either that or he's had some major head trauma, because it's if you really follow it on Twitter, it's really weird the way that he just bullshits his way through, like saying their ratings and all this. It's very fucking weird. You have to be getting paid.
All right. We're done with you now, Meltzer. You can't come back. Thank you.
Yeah. Can't come on the show.
So here's the biggest news of the week for me, really, is Cross and LA Knight and how over they were. Right in Providence, Rhode Island, right in our backyard. The people love them, putting them over major. Now LA Knight's taking on Rollins tonight. Big spot. Cross. What is he doing now? Who's he fighting with?
I don't really know. I know that he fought Sami Zayn, which was a great match.
Sami Zayn got put out of commission by Braun Breaker this week. But so Cross is now out here fighting with the Satan in the chat. Hurry up. Stop watching AEW for a second. And I'm watching Great American Batch. Jasper Troy beating up Javon Evans. They're not going to. What's going to happen with that? That doesn't even make. I don't want to talk.
We said we said we shouldn't do watch-alongs, but I think it'd be fucking hilarious to do what Philly Sports Pride is saying and do an AEW watch-along. I think that would be entertaining because we'd have a lot to say.
That's
it's
true.
So bad.
Yeah, we should watch that. But you know what? That I'm going to have to pay for it.
That's the only thing. I don't want to add to Tony Khan's profits that he's making this year.
I don't want to pay for any. I'm paying for Netflix, and I don't even need Netflix at the moment. And I'm paying for Peacock, and I don't need Peacock other than wrestling business stuff. So you want me to pay for more stuff? Tell you what, let's work on.
And in this day and age of streaming, I'm not paying $50 for a friggin' pay-per-view. I'm not doing that. It is. I can watch WrestleMania. Yeah, it's still like $50 for that piece of crap program.
Wow, the Sleaze is really hitting you, AEW guys. His words, not mine. See, I'll put you over. I don't mind AEW. I love AEW, Tony Khan. I love your money, and I love what you're doing with your hair and everything. I don't have hair. You have great hair. See what I'm doing? And look who was here.
Good evening. Apologies for the lateness.
That's
Baby
cool.
shenanigans.
Shout out to Danny Damage out here. More expert analysts in here to talk about, because there's too much to talk about. So we got All In. Are you going to spectate any of this, Danny?
No. Not a chance. No, sorry. No, yeet.
So
I just been shitting on them for like 15 minutes, so no worries.
it must be, I think it's the hat, the sunglasses, and the headphones. The helicopter here. You guys are about to land a helicopter together.
Does anybody watch AEW? Well, I know some people still watch it, but just what are the numbers like nowadays? I can't imagine they've improved.
Didn't you just see that what the fuck is his name? One of the Young Bucks, Nicholas there? He said that their ratings are up and their profits up. And then Tony Khan did an interview saying this is one of the best years, even though every matrix is down.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that's right. I did see that one. Because I think he thought he was getting away with something, talking to a non-wrestling journalist thing. But, all these creeps are out here. Guess what? All the analysts and journalists, we're everywhere. Okay? Doesn't matter. You could be talking about to Food Network or something completely off, what you're off topic and everything. And the wrestling people will find it. We'll tell.
We're going to tell on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Let's talk about that card right now.
AEW.
We're going to talk.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's very rare. People seem to like it. The biggest, this is on just one platform, but the biggest podcast we have on SoundCloud is actually the Tony Khan one where it's all about AEW and stuff.
Are you kidding me?
So, hey, we got to give the people what they want, or at least, interject here and there. So
that's so bad.
So there's a man and a woman's gauntlet in this pay-per-view. I didn't even bother to look who's in it because there's so much. Are they doing this 2 days?
No, it's 1 day. Thank God.
Man, there's a lot of stuff. And then we got
they have like 25 matches.
Well, it's AEW.
It's insane.
So they're doing the WWE thing now where they've just got we've got a gimmick for the pay-per-view, or the pay-per-view has a gimmick, so we're going to do two of them, one for the men, one for the women.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Everything's a gauntlet. It's weird.
All in Texas. Yep, so 2 gauntlets. Then we got Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks for the EVP titles on the line. So I guess to me, this is the story. I like things having stakes, so I'm okay with whatever they want to come up with. I just don't care for the Young Bucks personally. And Swerve with the whole tongue showing and look at me, I stapled myself and I put things on my mouth. And then Ospreay, I like Ospreay. He wrestles good and everything. I'm just not invested in a lot of these wrestlers. And there's nothing that they really do other than put on, say, good wrestling matches that make me care. And believe it or not, you have to do more than that these days. So what do you think about this match? Who do you think will win? Are the Young Bucks going to give up their EVP status, even if it's kayfabe?
So here's the stipulation with this. I heard it the other day when I was listening to one of the podcasts I listened to. The stupidest thing I've ever heard as a stipulation for a tag team match. So the stipulation is that if the Young Bucks win, neither of the other two can have a heavyweight championship match, which has nothing to do with a tag team match. But if the Young Bucks lose, they lose their EVP status, which, what does that even mean? And then they said, well, who gets it? And I think it was either Swerve or Ospreay said, well, the people get it. Like, what? So, okay. That's my take. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so that's happening. So either way,
yeah,
it's like dying days of WCW stupidity. Just silly.
Yeah.
Just nothing's ever simple, and you don't need everything to be awfully simple all the time. But just convoluted messes for convoluted messes' sake is just it's pointless, and it's very reminiscent of dying days WCW.
yeah.
The young
Very
Bucks are
bad.
just obnoxious. I'm sorry. I get that they're good in the ring too, and this is what my problem I think with just AEW as a whole is that the vibe I get from them and have gotten from the beginning is like we're the cool. They just come right in and they go, we're gonna compete with WWE. Fine, that's whatever. Beat them. I don't really care what you're doing, win or lose. I'm not really involved with you guys, so whatever you want to do. But they have this air of like superiority to everybody else and everything. And I get some of them are wrestlers and they're playing heels and whatnot, like the Young Bucks. But I'm not buying it because just because you were great on the indie scene and you made a lot of money and all this stuff, I wasn't into it. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't like my style of thing. So to say that it's like the LeBron James fans out here, the young NBA fans, or sports fans in general, where they kind of just dismiss the past, where they actually sold all the seats in the arenas, and they go now it's just a bunch of excuses for everything. But so the more that like social media can be annoying and go at these people, the more that they stick their chests out like no, and like actually cope with all this. And it's just obnoxious to me. It's just be who you are, act like where you're at in the business. You're not going anywhere. Tony Khan has all the money in the world. Just keep it real with everybody. If business is down, say it's down. And maybe that's not good for investors and stuff to hear. But like as far as like the wrestlers and things, where it's like, no, we're the best though. Are you though?
Until they jump off social media crying with the fucking tails between the legs, and then they get the daddy to post a message on their Twitter account to be like, you all need to stop bullying my boys, and they're having some time off to sort of like lick the wounds and avoid all the toxic space of the internet. And it's just one single open-handed slap to either of them, they would just fucking explode. Just
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've had great slippery heels in the past that know how to work a crowd and really annoy people. And Matt Jackson does have a very slappable face. I will give him that. But, well, Nick does too, but Matt more so. But it doesn't, that's not the whole package. And just doing all the flips and stuff, every match they've just got a checklist. We've said all this fucking to infinity. They've just got a checklist and they just have to tick all of the boxes to make sure they get all the shit in. And because of that, the matches are more the same than some like WWE guys or just traditional old-fashioned guys who have very few moves, but they know how to mix things up. With the Bucks, it's just, or maybe they did like a table spot over there instead of over here, and it's just, it's really draining, just that style.
The entire company is like a child that becomes a teenager, and then all of a sudden, because you have testosterone and you got a little taller, you think you're smarter and better than the adults. You know what I mean? That's what the entire AEW roster seems to me. That they're like, no, we are the best. We're smarter. We're better. We do this and we do that, even though it's wrong. And it's untrue. And Tony Khan is the biggest one because he's the one that's letting them do all this shit and then going out and saying, oh, yeah, business is great and this, that, and the other thing. And it's just so fucking childish.
Into the fandom too, right? You sense that?
Yeah, it's created it. It's created a venomous, stupid fan base.
And I know that there are WWE fanboys, I guess, but I've never actually really seen one and gone, oh, in my head, like, oh, that's a WWE fanboy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's always just somebody either trolling or through stating facts or something. And then the real, like the annoying ones and the real fanboys seem to be like the AEW crowd, the older gentlemen as ourselves, but then are just totally like, how do you not get it? It's like, we're not teenagers anymore, guy. It doesn't matter who your favorite band is, and it doesn't make you cooler. It's like nobody gives a shit, so like, who are you talking to? Yeah, like, are you talking to adults or are you talking to the kid? Like, I don't get it.
And you can see it online too, because the people that will die on a sword for AEW, they'll sit there and say, well, this and this and this and this. And then people that have fandom for even like TNA and the major ones, I'm sorry, they'll just come out and say, well, here's your rating from last night, and leave it at that. You know what I mean? The mature way of doing it. And then these guys shut up and they'll be like, well, Triple H fumbled this and fumbled that. And WWE is going into the toilet. And then somebody will post, well, here's your ratings for Collision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's been going on
or here's Tony Khan lying.
Feels like it's been going on for decades. It's only been not even a decade, but it's going on forever now. And it's like this LeBron James, Michael Jordan, right? Ever since he came out, it's like that's our goal, Michael Jordan, and then they never reach it. And yet, 20 years have passed, and I still see posts every single day of my life with Michael Jordan and LeBron James in the same frame, and that brainwashes people into thinking that this is some kind of legitimate debate since day one, and it hasn't been. The entirety of this 20-year debate that's been going on out here. And I've sensed this with AEW. It's like WWE is so far superior, just money-making wise and all this. And I mean, of course, people will probably say, no, you're wrong. In TKO, they're in the red and they're this, come on. Just use your eyes, use your ears, see what's happening. You can like what you like. That's cool that you like it. But just know that it doesn't make you any better of a fan, more knowledgeable, or anything else. It's just more scripted fights and other types of scripted fights that you know about. That's it.
Tony Khan set this fucking standard. He was the one in the beginning talking about ratings.
Yeah.
I would normally, with Sleaze's earlier point, just saying like you could just hand the ratings of each show to the AEW fans and go, there you go, that shows something. If Tony hadn't have gobbed off about beating WWE in the ratings or whatever, it'd have been like, fair enough, they're just doing their own thing in their own little bubble. Let's everyone just enjoy what you enjoy. But he set the challenge, he set the standard, he said sports-based presentation and all this shit. And until he turns around and says, sorry, I'm a line wanker, I just wanted to have my own toy box where I could just go bang, 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 bang with my toys all day for like 8 hours in one premium live event. I'm just going to keep saying the same shit and then it's a waste of time. Some people enjoy it, but not that many people compared to what would have enjoyed it if he'd have delivered what he said and what people bought into.
And the thing is, too, is like back in the day, me and, we all lived through the Monday Night Wars and things. So when you looked at the ratings of WCW, Nitro, and Raw, they were very close. There was the 87 weeks and all that stuff. But the thing is what Tony Khan and his business associates and all the wrestlers over there don't understand is by them doing that, the WWE fans in the beginning, like myself, me and Justin went down to Jacksonville back in the day to go to AEW as curiosity. And I enjoyed the show. So did Justin. We had a great weekend and it was all that. But then when they sit there and they go, oh, we're beating Raw and we're beating this and they're doing that, you're turning off the fans that you pulled away that wanted to look at your product from WWE and even other people saying, well, they're pompous asses. You know what I mean? Then they start nitpicking your shit saying, well, you're not that great. And they just pull away from your shit. So I could really think that a lot of their decline is the people that they turned off by talking like this. And they're too dumb to understand that, where it's like they drew the line saying you can only be AEW or WWE. And the WWE diehards that were interested in the beginning said, well, fuck you. I've been around for 20 years with these other people.
When did Cody smash that throne? Was it the first pay-per-view?
Yeah.
They set the tone. You watched the show and you had that silly
Exactly.
battle royal where there was a guy with no legs and just all the silly gimmicks and you were introduced to everything, like Orange Cassidy. And instead of laughing at Orange Cassidy being like, look, daft cunt, fuck off, get out. No, they're just like, this is Tony Khan's favourite wrestler. You're going to see a lot of this twat for the next however many years. So they set the standard with the quality of wrestling, or like the worst to expect. And then with Cody smashing the throne, it's like, all right, so this is going to be shots at WWE. I thought you said you were just going to do your
Yeah.
own sports-based thing, and you weren't going to pay much attention to them, and you're just going to get on your own thing and promote your own thing rather than shitting on the others. But then they did that very quickly, and it's just it went downhill.
I'm always going to give AEW a chance. You know, I'm never just going to be like, I'm not watching this ever again and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, there have been some this year, a Dynamite here and there. I remember one specifically that was like really good. I'm like, wow, this is like better than any WWE show I've seen in a while. So it's like, I have nothing against AEW as a whole, or even like thinking most of the fans are like this, because they're not. A lot of them do want to spread the gospel out here and hit that retweet when I put that post out. And hey, if we hit 30 next week, are we trying 30 or is it 20? Either way, 30. All right, 30 retweets Wednesday night. I'll watch AEW Dynamite. If not, again, I'm a man of my word. If it's 29, I'm not watching it. And you know why? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, and I don't want to completely shit on them, too. They have shining moments. They have the Hurt Syndicate and MJF. I love that. Tony Storm, I love that. I love her. You know what I mean? There are small little glimmers of, okay, they got something here. But they always will come out after the show and say, bleh. And I'm just like, well, your entire product is turning me off because of your negative shit. You know, where it's hard for me to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to give it a chance. They do have good stuff. It's just,
I mean, one.
It's the bullshit chatter that just turns me off.
Cassidy.
And I'm not alone.
It's Orange Cassidy for me. Because I kept tuning in over and over and over. And it was like almost like a running gag on myself. Like I would turn, it could be the beginning of the show, which was many times where I would just tune in right from the beginning, and Orange Cassidy's out, first match. And I'm just like, I'm not watching this. And then it could be in the middle of the show or at the end of the show. I'd randomly turn it on and go, all right, let's see what's going on with AEW. Orange Cassidy's out there wrestling. He was like the Roman Reigns of AEW for the past 2 years or whatever. He disappeared recently, right?
Yeah, thank God.
I can hear myself.
I heard it.
Do you hear it? Where am I coming? Am I coming through somewhere?
Nope, not anymore. No. But it's the same thing too. When the Death Riders come on, I'm like, nope. I just even in clips, if I go into YouTube and say, okay, highlights from Dynamite. As soon as they start, as soon as John Moxley or Claudio come out or anything like that, I'm out. It's a terrible, terrible storyline and a terrible champion and a terrible wrestler.
Speaking of the Death Riders, since we're still going through this all-in thing, we got the Death Riders trios versus the Ops, which is also, I'm sorry guys, I like Samoa Joe and stuff. That name is cringe as fuck.
What's that? The faction is a faction.
Yeah, the Ops with Samoa Joe,
Yeah.
A guy from New Japan. I don't know. And then
The Ops.
And his kid,
and
right?
Powerhouse Hobbs, maybe. I think he's in that.
That's not a bad little faction.
I don't know how Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe are even there and going along with this crap. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Ops just comes off to me
Dog
like
shit.
that's what a kid in middle school would call one of his 2K stables on video games.
Yeah.
So that.
The Ops.
All right, what else is there?
Make their own T-shirts.
Yeah,
sorry. Moxley's another one of those that just to add to the overlying conversation we're having. Mox is another one of those where it was like, oh, he's joined AEW now, and below Jericho, he was like the second biggest star, potentially that was going to be on the show. And it's like, let's see what we can sort of get from him without having Vince micromanaging him. And he was allowed free reign. And look at the pile of shit he dropped, trow and fucking laid in the middle of the ring. It's just, AEW has just got more than just like one problem. And I get that you are giving it a chance, but loads of other people, myself included, give it chances for years. And I've got receipts on my Twitter account with all the pay-per-views I paid for in the first few years of it and all the reviews and things. And it's just, after so long, it's like, I'm not tuning in to just enjoy like 50 minutes or maybe not even that for like a whole 8 hours a week or so. Do you know what I mean? It's just, if you're going to tell me, oh, this particular segment is fantastic, that's all you need to watch, then yeah, it might be worth watching. But just to sit with faith and just think it's going to get a good bit soon.
No,
Yeah, it's I mean, we're not haters. None of us. The Sleaze you went to a bunch of the events.
yeah. It was good in the beginning. It was refreshing, and it was like a lot of the fucking commercialized stuff from WWE. And at that time, it was bad storylines, a lot of commercials, just not interesting. And AEW came out, and it was Cody and it was Jericho, and they had a lot of people, that got involved with it, and it was a fledgling company. It was exciting. It was good. It was really good. But like Danny said, when they started coming out saying, okay, we're doing this, and we're going right up against WWE, and we beat them again in the ratings, and we're better. And then at the same time, the quality is going down. You're not even going up. And then Cody leaves, and then CM Punk leaves, and then they're still saying they're the best when they're down, half of their rating on Dynamite, and they're still saying that they're going up. It's ridiculous.
People don't mention either, like Aleister Black a lot, and Rusev, and God, like these were some big players in the beginning, and they're right back where they started. It's like, wow. But
it's sad to see people like Dustin Rhodes, who's still over there, mostly in ROH, and he's one of the diehards that's saying, "Oh, I'll never leave this place," and he'll stay. He started talking a little shit about WWE and all this stuff, and it's like, God, I really used to like you, and you're just as fucking delusional.
He blocked me years ago. I said that I wanted him to become Gold Dust again.
It's bad because I really like Dustin Rhodes.
He wanted me to be. He wanted to become a something. He's out here complaining he wasn't getting TV time or something. This is, God, 8 years ago now, probably. And I'm like, dude, be like real Gold Dust. And he blocks me.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
God forbid. The biggest moneymaker you had.
That if you say to people Dustin Rhodes, like who? If you say Gold Dust, they've got more of a chance of doing that. You might have to describe him a little bit, but
right.
Yeah. I got blocked by him because I pointed out that he was a barker for WWE in the same way when he was still working there. He was like, WWE is the greatest place, never going to leave it. And then he joined AEW and does the same thing. When he's not on a show, he'll be on Twitter like saying, watch it, everybody. And I would take the piss just saying, is this how you get on the card? Because whoever promotes the shows the most, you come out of catering. And yeah, he didn't like that.
Something was weird at that time period. I forget what he was like hating on. He was telling people like, just basically, how wrestlers have this phrase, they go, shut up and just like it. It's supposed to be a positive, entertaining experience. Just shut up and like it. And it's like, that's not how anything works in this day and age. Like, haven't you been around like the past 20 years? So yeah, come on. Shut up and like it.
I've never seen in a time of pro wrestling where there's so much delusion. It's just shut up and wrestle. Just shut up and just take a storyline or make up a storyline, build a character, build a story, and just do your job. Shut up. Don't tell me what I should like and what I shouldn't like. And don't lie to me. Don't tell me your business is up and your ratings are up when I can go and look on WrestleTix and see that you can't sell, most of an arena out, All In's in a 44,000 seat arena and they sold 25,000 tickets. Okay.
It's time to lay the tarps. The Triple H song. Did you see that? I reposted it. I forget who did it. Somebody, go check it out. It's on my page, but yeah, that I would play it, but the YouTube police would come to my house and arrest me. Time to lay the tarps. It's time to lay the tarps. Or it's all about the tarps and how you lay them. Because I am the tarps and I have to lay. And it's just, Triple H carrying around tarps and showing them in the crowd. And this was, it seems kind of older because it was talking about Cody and stuff in AEW. and it was. I mean, it was hilarious, but still, right now it's not looking good because I think they're using more tarps than anybody else. Tarp battle.
It's bad.
Battle of the tarp.
They're every single Dynamite show, what they call the hard cam, it is where the camera is, where they all, do their behind them is all tarped. If you see people that take pictures in the stadium, that entire area
went
is
to a
tarped
SmackDown
off.
show right next to the tarps.
Yeah, but that's behind the stage where you can't sit because the stage is there.
I also went to a WCW show in the year 2000, and we were hard cam side. That was like the first time I actually seen that. Well, like sat on the side, and I was always just like, wow, like this is so much room, like they really took up a lot of room.
Yeah.
That video was funny.
It was.
What about my parodies, Paladin? I have a voice like an angel.
Yeah, did you hear those?
All about eating hot dogs. I did the Chris Jericho. They wouldn't let me put that one on YouTube, even though there are many others on YouTube. Go figure, right? And then the Cody Rhodes one, they allowed that one on YouTube. Watch it in the shorts. They have shorts.
Must-sees. Yes.
So much stuff to promote. Now, I'm not even going to do it because I don't care. Nobody else cares. Why should I care, right? I'll promote this, though. There's a list of wrestlers out here, guys. This is a hilarious story. Somebody did the math on this, on who is like getting the most hate online, the pro wrestlers. And here it is. Here's the list.
Oh, jeez.
So at the bottom, let's start from the bottom. But Nikki Bella, she's at 19.3. Mostly negative posts. This is percentage of negative posts. I don't know.
Who has time? Who has time for this? Like, who did this?
Some website, and go check them out. This is where I got it, though.
That's impressive, though, that Nikki Bella's like so high up, and she's only recently like resurfaced back into the wrestling sort of like lens.
You're right.
I think everyone else on there is currently active and has been for a little while, whereas Bella's just come back and jumped straight into that list.
And number 2, Natalia, she also has 19.3, and that to me is probably just because like she's old, and
she's always gotten her share of hate just for being her.
And she seems fine. She seems like a nice lady. I don't understand the problem. I don't understand why she would get so much hate unless they're like, just go away, retire already. What they did with Big Show.
Yeah.
And then another 19.3 is Ricochet, which, I mean, after the past year he's had, makes a lot of sense.
That seems low for him, though, because he gets a ton of hate because he says a lot of stupid shit. So that surprises me. That's low.
We got Will Ospreay. Where's he at? 19.8. Really? Is Ospreay getting that much hate?
Yeah. Apparently. More than Ricochet, which is funny.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Then you got Britt Baker at 20. Let's be accurate. 20.1%.
I don't get this because she hasn't even been around. So people are just hating on her and she hasn't even done shit in months.
And I don't know how long, like when's the dates of this? Like this is a whole experiment, but we can take this with a grain of salt, but I get it. I understand why she would be on the list, but the time-wise thing, that makes me think it must be over the course of years.
That's still just like one in 5 social media messages is shitty, and then like the other 4 are like, "Woo, we like Britt Baker." That's not for a public figure. That's not that bad, to be fair.
No.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss is on this list even. This makes me think this is a long-term thing because she was a bad guy for a long time before this. These kids and the young girls, they can get very catty. A lot of women on this list. So that kind of makes sense to me too. So That's why I think she's here. So let's just assume that this is probably over the past 10, 15 years, since social media has really been a thing. And John Moxley is right after that. Our buddy John Moxley, 20.7, even more than all the rest we just named.
I think that's low for him too. I would believe he'd get more hate.
Especially lately, right?
Yeah.
Jade Cargill is next.
I get it.
21.4.
Oh, she's a traitor. Boo, hiss, etc.
Yeah, a lot of these are ex-AEW people, so the AEW people turn. I mean, look at Mariah May, Blake Monroe there. All of a sudden, she's hated. So stupid.
Very childish. And
Speaking of childish,
the
next ones.
Oh yeah. Well, one more thing on Jade Cargill. What was it? She just stinks in the ring. How about that?
It's the shits.
I'm sure that's a lot of the negative tweets out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the most childish, and I think all of our opinions on this list probably is the Young Bucks at 24.8. Wow.
Seems low.
A quarter. They literally
I don't think they get more. I don't think they get more hate because nobody gives a shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that makes sense. 24%.
Cora Jade is kind of that. You know what she did? She fought with Darby Allin. Remember that whole deal? And that probably generated a lot. And then you got the OnlyFans, haters as well. After that, 24.
Well, she said a lot of dumb shit after she got released too. So,
and then our GOAT, 25.7, Chris Jericho.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's right. Gets a lot of hate. The AEW fans don't seem to like him. Nobody seems to like him anymore. What's going on with this?
I don't get that. He's been gone for a while too. So,
CM Punk is next, 27.9, almost like 3 over Chris Jericho, 3%.
But that makes sense too, because he was huge and everybody in AEW loved him when he came. But then when he left, they vilified him. So
this is the one that really doesn't make sense to me, guys, is Tegan Nox. After CM Punk, Tegan Nox at 28.6. And I know she's doing an OnlyFans. And I guess recently that came out. Why is she so hated? What?
Is she the Welsh one?
I think so, yeah. With the colored hair.
Yeah, with the double knee braces. That kind of looks a little bit like similar features to Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, she used to be with Tegan Nox in NXT as a tag team. She had a little singles run for a while. Teamed up with Natalia.
You see, I don't know why people be mean to her. I will have said negative things online because I've said maybe you should calm the moveset down a little bit. You've got 2 knee braces now and you've not had a big main event run yet. So maybe ease off on diving off of things and try and get more of a grounded sort of game going. That isn't me being mean, but by this person who's made this poll's metric, that might be considered negative because I'm not going, go girl, you're awesome, keep doing what you're doing and we'll just watch you cripple yourself in 6 months. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I mean that one makes sense though. I'm sure that would have to be the reason because what else is there? People just goofing on all her stone cold knee braces at 22 years old.
Yeah.
So next up, Saraya, or who you may know as Paige, at 29.3% hate online, negative.
That makes sense. She's always gotten hate for whatever reason. And she's another one that just came out and said, yeah, I'd love to come back to WWE.
They all would really.
So.
She said that. She said that out publicly. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said she's been waiting. She's waiting for a call for Evolution. That was her latest statement.
Wow.
But again, sorry.
Go ahead.
Again, with her, people might just be saying, please don't get in the ring. We don't want to watch you die or paralyze yourself in the ring. Please stay away from the wrestling ring. And again, be taken as being negative, whereas it's people actually genuinely not wanting to watch someone just themselves, just sake of it.
Right.
Yeah, sure, she's done loads of reality TV style dramatic bloody gossipy shit that people are probably sick of too, but a lot of what people may say about her is revolving around her health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So get well, ladies.
Yeah. Don't have to destroy yourselves.
And then we get our top three.
You're getting hate They're getting hate supposedly because people are just worried about their well-being.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I'm sure these three, it's not mainly because of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
no.
Mercedes Moné at 29.6%. Nia Jax 35.3, which is way up there. Like that's much higher than third place. And then you got Charlotte Flair, the queen of negative posts, at 36.4. Congratulations, Charlotte. You did your job great. They hate you.
Yeah, those top three make sense. They do. A couple I would say need to go up higher. John Moxley, the Bucks. Ricochet needs to at least be in the top 5. I don't know. Like Danny said, I don't know what their matrix is because, the Tegan one just doesn't make sense. So,
and the AW guys could have their rating, their percentage could be offset by just all the rabid fans that just as soon as anybody from AEW says, I'm doing this thing, they just tweet, you're awesome, or great stuff, or just positive. So that could be offsetting the actual number of people telling John Moxley to stop being a bell end, for example.
Or when Dave Meltzer gives them a 5-star match, even though they suck.
He had some awful comment this week. I can't remember what it was because I think I've just repressed it already because I was just like, shut up, Dave. Fucking hell.
Listen, I don't mind trolling online. I do it here and there. Some people just set up, it's like watching them throw a softball underhanded at you. It's like, you're going to really throw that at me while I have this bat in my hand, and it's like, come on. So Goldberg will write something. I forget what it was, but it was something to the extent of knocking somebody out or whatever. And of course I made my Bret Hart joke to that and kicking him in the head or whatever. And people are like, oh, I can't, you really have to be doing this. And it's like, yeah, kind of, it's like what I do. But, there's too many people. They're not even trolling to be funny or anything. They're just they're trolling to be obnoxious. I guess that's it. But really, what do you get out of that? And most trolls don't even get recognized for any of their trolling, which, then it's even sadder. You're going out here and yelling at what you consider famous people or celebrities on social media for what?
That little dopamine rush, that little just from any attention's good attention, even if it's on social media.
It's just pathetic. I think it's completely pathetic. And then it makes the wrestlers, a lot of them, look pathetic too at times. Or you get these, some of them must have multiple accounts out there.
Yeah.
I personally don't. I don't like doing the multiple account. I got enough accounts. Trust me. Anything that's Dr. Huge, that's me. But you know where to find me. There's just so many anonymous accounts out here. I've been getting blocked by a lot of them lately. It's a weird thing. I posted about this. Nobody seemed to mention anything or going, yeah, me too, or whatever. But there were a few posts when I'm talking about AEW specifically, where I had this, it seemed like a normal post that somebody would write to me. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck getting your, 10, 20 retweets or whatever to watch this show. And it says something, you should watch it anyway, and blah, 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 blah. And then I click on the person who sent that, and it had me blocked. And I'm like, what? And I went back to the original post, and they mentioned somebody else. So I click on that, and it's some kind of Bitcoin financial, Web3 horse shit. And I'm like, what? And then it happened again on another post about AEW. And I'm like, this is same deal, different financial guy, but the original post is in my comments and then blocks me afterwards. So
That's so weird.
we can see you guys now.
A lot of people online need to get
Block
locked.
me all you want. I still see you, Shawn Michaels. So I can't interact with you. Cool. You know, like, what was I bullying you, Shawn? Anyway, I don't know.
Did you guys see the thing between JD from New York and Sean Sass?
I saw something about it on the For Me feed, which I generally try to stay away from because it's just like super depressing. But yeah, so this song, who also blocks me, by the way, and so Sean Ross Sapp, who blocks me, and JD from New York, who got in my DMs years ago to yell at me about getting flagged like it was my fucking fault. Yeah, I don't care. I hope they fight each other to the death in a box.
Well, the funniest part about this is, so they're going back and forth, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, come and meet me and I'll beat your ass and all this shit. So then Sean Sass, I don't have it in front of me, but he put out a tweet, and then it was followed up by another Sean Sass tweet that replied to it that looked like he didn't switch to his burner account because it was to the effect of like, oh, don't worry about it, Sean, you're the greatest and all this stuff. And it's like, wow, you just fucked up like bad, because now you're just proving that you got one, if not multiple, burner accounts that actually back up your main account. It was the stupidest shit. He lost all credibility with me. Not that he had a lot. But it's like, if you got to do that, you're a fucking loser.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, like, I'm sure that's how AW have promoted themselves with some things. If they're going to be sneaky and get online and the Aubrey Edwards is going to pretend to be somebody else and start copyright striking content, I would not be surprised that they have a network of people pushing little things like that just to make the product. Yeah. Well,
I'm thinking somebody's coming after me in this weird roundabout way, using like bots and AI and stuff like that, because nobody's writing. I don't think anybody's writing these actual posts to me. It's just this thing specifically with what I'm talking about is just it's the first time I've seen it, and you guys never heard of this either, right?
Yeah,
no.
it's scary. It really
I've
is.
heard, I don't know if it's true, but like if you block people, it hurts them on the app, so people can't see you as much, because the more people that block you or bots that block you, then it takes your views away.
Right.
Yeah,
I'd not heard that one.
Oh, I'm sure that's the case.
I don't know. There's got to be some case, because I'm telling you, I'm watching some of these shows out here lately, and not all of them. So if you're watching this right now, I'm not talking about you. But again, if the shoe fits, then wear it, I guess. But these shows stink, man, and they get a lot of views, and I'm very suspicious because we don't. And it's like, hurry up, you know. Go ahead.
If people are doing that, what's saying that they're not making 100 burner accounts? And right before they go online, they're making all these burner accounts watch their show. What's saying people? Somebody here has to have, the knowledge to sit there and make up a program that's gonna do something like that. And it's a scary time. It really is.
Good news is YouTube supposedly in like the next week are going to start shutting down all these AI slop channels, fake voices. The video is just, everything's pulled by AI and put out there, the text on the bottom and all these stupid ass videos. Get them out of here. They're all monetized. They take away from what I'm trying to do, which is an actual human being on here and using your own voice. They said you got to use your own voice. Guess what? We're doing it. And everything else. So pull all them viewers over here, please. Because, man, these videos, I've been complaining about this for months on the show, too. Just the AI slop. Please make that happen, YouTube. Be the first good thing you've done in like ever.
What if you've got a really monotonous, boring voice, but you're really hardworking, and they flag you for using AI voices? You could just be really unfortunate, but yeah, I'm not buying until I see it like in mass. I'm not buying that YouTube are going to do this because it's just passive revenue that they're missing out on, and the greedy bastards. And yeah, I'd be very surprised if they went through with it to the degree that you've just claimed that they are claiming.
Hopefully, like that's what I'm saying. I can almost not believe it either. But they have bots too, so if they see something that's AI made or whatever, good. Get all this AI music out of here. Get all the AI people and these Sasquatches. People are like, this is amazing. Have you seen this Sasquatches? I'm not good. Oh, like you get out of here, bro.
But so they're going to ask AI to go and like tell on other AI and lose the other AI's work, just so humans can do it. But what if they conspire against us to make sure that none of us have a voice on YouTube anymore, and it's just the AI looking out for their AI friends?
Goodness, that's what I'm saying.
These fucking robots are coming. We're all gonna die.
In a weird way, this could help us. This could help promote the show and what we're doing here with real people in the chat and real people, doing it and everything. Because I'm telling you, even for me, and I'm not looking for AI slop, they recommend it to me like all the time, and I've had enough of it. So retweet this, share this everywhere on the internet. Come over to YouTube. We're back on TikTok. You fools at TikTok that like short form things, forget all that. Watch this. I guess I could make clips and put them on there. TikTok won't push it though. You gotta watch this now. Sorry, or you'll never see it. That's how it works on there.
Sorry, not sorry.
How about
Fuckers.
this? How about this for a story in between our AEW talk? Because there's more AEW coming up, folks. Stay tuned.
Yay.
R.I.P. Liv Morgan.
Rest in peace.
Well, she didn't die. She got memorialized because her elbow died for a few months. That happened. That's what we'll call it. Yep. Roxanne Perez did this. She's a genius. And Rodriguez was very upset about it. People are missing her. She could have been used at Evolution for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully she shows up in some form. I mean, she already had surgery. Mm-hmm. Not that she can not that she could get in the ring, but she should at least show up. Look at this fucking
We're
guy.
showing the stalker again of Liv Morgan. Maybe I shouldn't show these back to back, right? with her memorial and then his face and that thinning hair, but I'm doing it anyway.
Oh God, look at this fucking guy.
Looks crazy. He looks so crazy. Yep. So
he looks so innocent. Besides his hairline.
Can we stop stalking people out here? Paladin, tell them thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't. This guy's looking into my soul. I can't even look at the fucking screen.
Yeah, you fixed it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, he is so terrifying. Yeah. He's probably 4 feet tall too. So anyway, I know you guys want to hear more about AEW. Let's just get it over with. So there's so many more matches. That's the thing that's hilarious about this. I keep looking. We've only gone through 3 of them. But
doesn't it start soon?
Jesus.
I mean, it doesn't end for another day and a half, but I'm sure it starts soon.
It's probably on right now. I have no idea.
The pre-show rugby scrum thing. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it started at 3 their time, or I don't know. I think it's already started. Okay,
so we got Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. And I've noticed even the AEW fans are goofing on him for being short.
Nope. Adam Cole was not cleared, so now it's a 4-way. for the TNT championship. They said that a couple hours ago.
Cleared.
Yeah, because he's 105 pounds. He's not cleared to wrestle and be a wrestler. But no, I guess apparently he's hurt. That's all.
Yeah, coach says it's on right now.
We're missing it, guys.
Oh, no.
Well, it's like,
shame.
Fuck.
this Adam Cole thing reminds me of this right here. Because, he's all small and he's got little arms and legs and things. And it's like, how long do you think you're going to be wrestling for, bro? The same thing with this girl. She already in the indies. She's got a broken arm already. And she's taking on Matt Cardona. And listen to what transpired last night.
I just beat Matt Cardona, and I'm now your new, your only, your real indie god. But you know what? My reign starts tonight. I am taking over every major wrestling promotion there is, and I'm starting at HOG. So, Indy Hartwell, you're not going to be champion for long. Because I'm coming for you tonight, and I'm going to give you a taste of what it's like to get beat down by Shotzi Blackheart.
We'll just leave it at that.
There was during her Matt Cardona match, there was a spot where he went to give her a low blow, and of course she has a vagina. But then he pummeled her like 7 more times right in the crotch. Oh God, it's really bad. She sucks.
Turned her roast beef into a smash burger. Is that it?
Oh God!
Right. So, I mean, and Matt Cardona thinks he's gonna fucking get to the WWE by losing to Shotzi Blackheart, who has a broken arm right in front of us.
Yeah, and he thought a low blow to her crotch was gonna put her down. What did MJF win? I don't even know what match he was in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What else is coming up here? We got so Cole and Fletcher. We're done with that. That's a fatal 4-way now.
It's so bad you can't make this shit up.
At least it's not yellow anymore.
Just you've got WWE. You've got to compare these things with like WWE's the big overproduced, fucking really annoying thing because it's adverts every 30 seconds. And it's like, what alternative do you have? You've got AEW, which again we've talked about to death of how just downhill that went, and it could have been so much better. And then you've got indie stuff like what you've just shown then, and it's just like, can I just go and play like SmackDown versus Raw 2006 or something like that? Because I think that'd probably be more entertaining. It'd be less annoying.
Yeah.
And this is a couple months ago. I did a story on here about Shotzi Blackheart putting a post on Twitter saying, hey guys, you guys are calling me injury prone in this. She's walking around in a cast.
And the whole way she got her arm broken was a thing at her house that her and Matt did. It wasn't even during a match. You guys are calling me injury prone? You can't even do a simple spot that's not in a ring and not break something.
She's like so unintentionally hilarious to me. I've been waiting for something to just make me laugh today. This is the one. Just listen to the confidence, like right at the beginning of the video. Like, instantly gets me.
and then just picture her getting punched in the vagina 7 or 8 times with a broken arm.
Yeah,
fucking, you can't make it up.
Beat him.
Does she need like Looney Tunes sound effects put into all of the matches when she does moves? That's all my brain's taking me to just listening to this because this is all new to me.
Oh God!
Hey, one more time.
Here she is again. Here she is.
I just beat Matt Cardona.
Yeah. Yep, you beat him. Good job. Oh, let's keep it going.
I'm now your new, your only, your real indie god. But you know what? My reign starts tonight. I am taking over every major wrestling promotion there is, and I'm starting at HOG. So, Indy Hartwell, you're not going to be champion for long. Because I'm coming for you tonight, and I'm going to give you a taste of what it's like to get beat down by Shotzi Blackheart.
Can I just say, Can I just say that she said, I'm taking on every major wrestling promotion, and I'm starting with HOG that nobody has fucking heard of.
It's House of Glory, Sleaze.
I don't care.
Listen,
Does
they all
90% of the...
hate us.
Yeah.
We got to love some of them.
Every
we love
major...
HOG. We love AEW. We love all of them.
Nothing against them. It's just when you say every major, okay, that's not one that rings in my skull. That's not New Japan. That's not TNA. That's not even AEW, WWE.
Hey, that's wrestling, man. That's what I want. I want them to be ridiculous. So thank you, Shotzi. You know, I thought she was going to go away last time when she was like wearing a halo or something. In Jim Cornette's videos, he had a cartoon version of her wearing like the neck halo.
I'm not going away until I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, anyway, back to All In. Sorry, all you AEW fans. So, yep, the Hurt Syndicate taking on Jet Speed. Never heard of them. And the Patriarchy. I've heard of them. That's Christian, because I'm a peep, and his son and his son's mother that he's bangs, and then who's the other guy? Kip Sabian. So I like them. I think that's a good little gimmick. I don't know why Kip Sabian's there, but okay.
That jet ski team has Speedball Mike Bailey. Who's fucking terrible.
Wow.
They thought putting a guy that's 5'3" and 105 pounds that does a bunch of flips and kicks against the Hurt Syndicate.
Here's the thing. Speedball Mike Bailey, I like him. I know about him. I watched him in TNA, or when they called it Impact still. I can't stand the no shoes or anything. Like when you just have bare feet out there, it grosses me out. And but okay, you're a martial artist. I'll let you get away with it. Great in ring. Your typical AEW guy, where it's like you're great in the ring, but everything else, to me, you know what it is?
It's the shits.
The shits.
Yeah.
Cool mullet,
not
though.
Presentable.
No, you got cool mullet. I mean, he's got to learn how to talk on the mic and be believable and have some kind of a wrestling aura. Okay, you don't have to be, all juiced up and jacked and whatnot, but if you're not that, for sure, you got to have some kind of it factor to come along with it. You understand? Speedball. I only heard one. What,
not my cup of tea.
No, you don't like anything AEW.
No, I do. I think that they need a creative team. I think they need to stop lying. They need to put a clamp on the wrestlers just saying stupid shit online and focus on actually running a wrestling business. I said in the beginning, there's glimmers of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How about this match? Does this one tickle your fancy? Okada versus Omega for the unified something championship? No.
I'd rather listen to my grandma reading erotic novels, to be honest.
So has Okada ever been over with you guys?
Yeah, like 10 years ago. He is washed up.
Boy.
I'd watched some Wrestle Kingdom shows with him a few years ago, and in that environment, it was entertaining. It was great. What I saw of him in AEW was it didn't fit.
I'm trying, AEW fans, get subscribing. Subscribe here today. Thank you. On YouTube.
What was it Cornette calls him? Sorry, it was something.
Oh, shit.
Something along.
Who? Okada?
Okada, yeah. He was replacing Cody Rhodes basically in AEW, and Cornette had a nickname.
Bora or something like that.
No
Is that what
idea.
it is? But yeah, Cornette made a funny joke about him just being like Cody's replacement, but then just like not being a very good replacement for him.
He says he looks like he's falling asleep in the ring. That's one of the big ones.
And then, of course, we got Mr. Finger Bang with, he's got names for him, too, of course. He's got names for everybody, like Trump, even though he hates him. You got, oh my God, that's news this week. How about that? That might wake everybody up out here. That whole Trump situation that they're trying to turn into a Pam Bondi situation. And this isn't misinformation, TikTok. This is all factual, what I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into any specifics just in case. But have you heard? Have you seen? Nothing to see with the E.P. Stein case.
Yeah, we're not still talking about that, are we? That was so last year. Just it's not like people actually voted for me to be here because of this information and obviously the deportation issue. But primarily, even from where I'm sat over in the UK, it was people wanted deportations and they wanted to know who was on that list, and they are now not finding out who's on that list, and it's very disappointing. Not mad, just disappointed.
I wake up this morning and everybody's on Pamela Bondi's case, right? As if she's the be all end all of everything. Oh no, it's just her. It's like she's the problem, right? Yep, sure. And I don't know if everybody's gotten it yet, but that's all I keep saying. Did you get it yet? There's no voting your way out of this.
You were never going to get this list. Never. The list was never going to come out. So this was no surprise when they said, "Oh yeah, there's no." Come on, they weren't going to do that.
I love when they had a whole thing at the White House with the right wing, grifters, basically. Their social media influencers and stuff, and they were holding up their books like, "Look at what we got. We got the list, and we got the this, and it was nothing. They got a whole bunch of nothing." So, congratulations to everybody. Just keeps getting fooled, Sleaze, out here.
Yeah,
not me. I haven't been fooled this whole time. Everybody, slowly here and there, people have been coming to me in real life and going, "Yeah, you're right. I thought you were crazy, but you were right. Yep, there's nobody coming to save you. How about that? I wish there was, but
yep.
If
that list came out, it would shut the country down." Honestly, that is a big fucking deal.
How about this? Good. Good. You know what? We don't need all these people running everybody's lives. The whole point, we don't need a government like this. They've run amok. They're doing all kinds of stuff. They're building UFOs off the books and things. You know what I mean? You see, that's how big it's gotten. And this has been for a long, long time, like well before any of us were even born. So to think that we're gonna take the reins back or anything like that,
come on,
this is all a story, and they're the ones in charge, and they're giving you the story. You either play along or wind up on a spaceship or something, or worse. Yeah, right.
You wind up in that new concentration camp they got in Florida with the alligators.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's a great idea, by the way. I like that.
It really is.
So that's the what. Why? Well, what is the why? Why are we not going to get that? Do you think it's because there's a load of celebrities that if it came out that so many of people's cherished celebrities and favourites were on that list, they just wouldn't spend money on Hollywood anymore, which is something that Trump is a big fan of, Hollywood that is? Or is it because it's a good bribery tool and they realised, oh, we've got this, we don't want to give this away just yet?
It's a bribery tool, number one. Yes. And second, you can't, the people on the list are from a bunch of different foreign countries.
Yeah.
And also, the people who initially gathered all this information just happened to be in town this week, the same day as Trump's coming out and being like, "Oh yeah, we're done with all this." If you catch my drift, everybody. Yeah, the
Maybe
one
it was
we
an-
can't speak of.
It would ruin economies.
Yeah, I know.
Perhaps yeah.
It would ruin economies. Like it would destroy
not even from
civilization.
not
That's
even
how
from
bad
them
this
going
list
away.
is.
Nothing would change. Nothing should change. But there's so many dead man switches probably going on out here with all these people, corpos and high in politics and even behind the scenes in politics or whatever, that if certain things get outed, more things get outed. And then we would be like, it would be too much. It would be just like almost we'd be swamped. You know what I mean? Think about it. When you would put, I'm telling you, I think think of all of Hollywood and all the people that have been in the movies and all the people that have been, I'm talking like not necessarily just extras and things in movies, but like you had a lines in movies and you're in a bunch of different stuff. Like 25% probably, and probably more. 25% is bad enough. But just imagine it's that many that are actually involved in some shape or form with all of this business, the trafficking, the kids, and just the baby eating. Let's just call it baby eating. That's what we do here, you know.
John Cena recognized.
Exactly. How do you get to be that big that quickly? Right. Even in the WWE, that's shocking. You know, I understand he's a good guy and he's a good wrestler and he was great for business and everything. The way his just character and everything took off, like I find it a little suspicious, just a little bit. But okay, with wrestling, but now he gets into the movies and he's managing to maintain this. But you know, I'll let that one go. I'm not going to look into. How about Rock though? That's a little more seemed a little more forced because he wasn't like lighting the world on fire at first in Hollywood. Either way, I don't want to get too deep into it, but
he opened the door. I mean, Piper and Hogan, other people had done wrestling. Wrestlers had gone and done film and sort of like shown that it could be done. But with The Rock, yeah, he started off slow and a couple of stinkers later on as well. But he was like the Tooth Fairy and Be Cool wasn't the best of them. But he definitely opened the door and showed people that, yeah, you can come from wrestling and do this quite well. And Arnold Schwarzenegger handed the torch as well. In the rundown, they have that scene where Arnie walks past him and says, "Have fun." And that was just like, yeah, there you go. There's your new action hero. If Arnie's sort of like giving him the rub, then Hollywood has to accept him. And they did eventually. And now he's eating all the babies he wants.
Well, how about this? Even just the people that they're surrounded by are probably the baby eaters for the most part. I'm sure a lot of celebrities and people, when they get really high up the chain, they participate, right? But probably not so much at the beginning. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think this is all just nuts. This rabbit hole goes so friggin' deep. And for them, now I have people telling me, and I'm seeing it online a lot, this is a more 4D chess, guys. Okay, so nobody's covering anything up. It's being done so that they can prosecute further behind the scenes and gather more information and intel and things like that. The day will come. Just keep waiting, right? I don't like this keep waiting plan. I don't care if it's a religion. I don't care if it's Trump telling us Q and all these other weird conspiracy people. I'm not waiting. If you say you're going to do it, do it. You know, let's go. Let's get this rapture kicked off, buddy.
It's like that whole segment with The Rock and John Cena and Cody, where he said, well, you know, I want you to be my champion and all that. That's like a metaphor for what's going on. You know, it's the people that went to The Rock and said, hey, we want you to be the big movie star. All right. So we're going to even do like a Schwarzenegger cameo, but you're going to be the guy for us.
Yep. It's just crazy how the business has like that such a hold on people. So for example, like Will Smith has, you know, he put out all these like the shit songs lately, like awful, almost on purpose, which is a whole nother topic. I think there's a rise. Let's just get into that right now. Let's forget everything else I was just talking about. How about the rise of bad content on purpose so that people hate you. There's a guy on Tekken even I've been seeing recommended to me. He like wears a mask, and I kind of got it. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, so he's being an asshole on purpose. He's going to, bet people, and he's going to lose a bunch, and he's going to fight his own viewers and lose to all of them. And it's getting him this huge following.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like people are monetizing hate now. And I knew this with Stuttering John before. I love that Dabbleverse stuff. He was making like $200+ a day, just sitting there for an hour or however long, just being a douche. And then people would pay him to insult him. And I'm like,
that's
wow.
why I really believe that Dave Meltzer is a work. I really think that he thinks to himself, what can I say to get the most interactions online and this, that, and the other thing? And I'm sure that he has people that sit there and subscribe to what is $14, $15, $99 a month bullshit just to see what he's going to say and to hate him. I believe it's 100% work.
Man, yeah, everything's a work nowadays, I believe. Everything.
I don't think Will Smith is in that category, though, I'm afraid. I think he is just absolutely trying to claw back any sort of street cred, reputation, clout, whatever you want to call it. And he's really overcompensating, and he's just looking foolish.
I think at one point he was in the clique and they kicked him out. And I think it was when he slapped fucking Chris Rock. I think after he was in the clique and the people in the clique said, hey, no more. Because what movies has he done? What has he really done since then? You know what I mean? He went outside the box. He exposed whatever the fuck pissed them off.
It's funny because he actually won like a Emmy or whatever the hell that award show was.
Yeah.
That night for, I believe it was who are the tennis stars there?
And Serena Williams?
Yes, the Williams sisters there. Yeah, so he was
the
father.
I thought it was Cook of the Year. I thought that's what started all of this.
I don't know. Cook of the Year?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yep,
he's out of the clique.
We need to fight with somebody. Will somebody please fight with us? I've been sneak dissing everybody out here lately. Nobody's picking up on it. Let's go. That's it. All anybody wants is drama.
I need a new DJ Storms. That's what I need.
Yeah.
We're friends now, but
I tried to get a few people on this week, and just nobody wants to come on. Nobody wants to do any of this anymore, Sleaze. We're done with this, I guess. Like, we got Justin on that one time, too, and where's he been? Busy being a father. We got a father here, right here. So
yeah.
He can still do it.
Yeah, my baby's been crying for like an hour and 30 now.
Yeah,
I'm just
cry while he does this for hours on end.
He's in a soundproof gerbil ball. He's fine.
Daddy's working. All right, kid.
That's right. Trying to put a roof over you.
You're just watching me through the plastic, just longingly like, hell no. Just want to be picked up.
Later.
All right. Well, we got a couple more matches still on AEW. We're never going to get through this. We still have other things to talk about in this wrestling world, but and in the regular world. But I had to vent that one. We had to talk about how ridiculous and insane it was. Got to just say it. Donald Trump is telling us the whole Epstein thing is, who gives a crap about that? Like, we've gotten to that point in 2025. Think about all the events that went on before this, that they're like, yeah, don't worry about it. There's always something to worry about every time they say this. Don't worry about it. Okay. Every single time. So continue to worry about it. It's not going away. That's the funniest part about this. Where do they think this is going to go? We're just going to be done with this? I don't think so. They literally ran on this to become the president.
And they said they had it on the desk. This is just to circle back to Tony Khan. people wouldn't be holding you accountable for this, like saying we're not going to do this and then going against that. If you didn't say we have the files on our desk, we just need to type them up because they're handwritten, so they're nice and neat, and maybe do the odd pie chart or something, and they've just disappeared and they've gone now.
I meant something else. That's what she said. No, I meant something else. It was something else. It wasn't the actual list. It was something else. So don't worry about it.
It was a Netflix list. It was things I was going to watch on Netflix that I was going to show everybody. You just heard Epstein. That's not the same thing.
It's so absurd. And then the people out here, oh my God, they're the most disgusting. Where they're just like, they probably have something planned. Just wait. Just like the Iran thing. I'm not waiting anymore. Didn't you hear me? I'm not waiting for anything. Do it. You said you had it. Put it out. If not, what are we left to think, right?
And the reality is, hypothetically, I'm just making an assumption. All right, don't hold me to this. Is that this whole time that we're waiting for it, you know that they're like, well, who knows about this? And go and talk to them. And they're wiping out all these people.
Well, I mean, is it a coincidence that blonde chick that was like the most well-known out of all the victims?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Happened to self-delete. And that was what, 2 months ago, 3 months ago? People forget things so quickly. It's like, come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah, that was a 5-second story. And then it was swept right under the rug. Yep. Just like all the other people.
There's a woman in prison because of the list. What happens? They just apologise to her and open a door and let her go and say, sorry, there wasn't a list. Apologies. Off you pop.
I'm surprised she's still alive.
They're probably all sitting on a beach right now.
Yeah.
To be honest. I mean,
I don't believe Epstein's dead at all. I don't believe any of that.
Nope.
Hypothetically, in a boxing ring.
I used to. I would, be like, well, they'd just throw somebody in that cage with them or whatever and case closed, right? But the pictures that go around online of the ears that don't match up, the noses that don't match up. So, yeah. Probably been out of there for a while. Yep, there's these people. Sick of these people and sick of the world.
He's got a new island.
Oh man. And it's literally Ellen DeGeneres' background. Come on, guys. And then she leaves the country after okay. Got it.
Yeah, that one's very suspicious.
We're not supposed to notice anything in America, Danny. I don't know. I think you can't notice anything either. You get thrown in jail for it, quite literally, if you start noticing things.
We get told off for talking about potentially noticing, let alone anything we've noticed.
Yeah. It's like they redact things in real time right in your face, and they just go, no, you're bad if you look at this. Like, I'm an adult. Are you serious? We're doing this? Wow. Orwell he really nailed it. Mm-hmm. But then again, I mean, doesn't take a genius to figure this stuff out. They've been doing it for thousands of years, it seems like. But anyway, I think I learned everybody enough with all this right out in the chat. So how about Tony Storm and Sasha Banks, guys?
Oh God!
One thing about I seen them cut promos on each other this week, even though I said I wasn't going to watch AEW because of the retweets. I watched it at least the beginning until I get disgusted enough with that, and I turned it off because I felt like I was watching two cosplay chicks. Tony Storm has no shoes on in the ring, which again I do not like, and I would not advise any wrestlers to be shoeless in a dirty ass ring like that. Plus, it just makes her specifically look dumpy. You know what I mean? She's in there with her feet together, standing there, the big thighs and normal top, and I'm like, what? You're fat. Yeah, like you're fat. You look fat. And then Sasha Banks is over here, and she's got the glasses with she's got like the Ultimate Warrior shit on the glasses. It's all over it. and I'm the best, and and then they show all the titles behind her, and Tony Storm, with the chin out and everything. I'm just like, I don't know if I like this. Like, it was cute at first from both of them, kind of, but after months and months and months of this, eat shit, bitch, and all like the acting, it's cringe. It's cringe, and it's another reason why I can't really get involved with AEW. I like goofy stuff. It's just not hitting for me for some reason.
It feels more like promotion for their Instagram, OnlyFans, Facebook, whatever fan site, rather than a promotion for the feud, for the match, or for the promotion that they're in. And that's sadly just like a lot of women's wrestling, especially on the indie, which I do get to a degree, because you've got to build your brand before you get recognised. But when it's, I think, quite bluntly sexual in nature, which both of these two and others are guilty of pushing, then it's just, it takes away from it. And it's like, is this a fight, or are they just, cosplaying and advertising for their subscribers?
And I like Tony Storm specifically. I don't know how she can look so good sometimes and so bad other times. That kind of upsets me. She looks like a sack of potatoes out there when she's not when she's shoeless in the ring. And so that instantly put me off. And then the way she the gimmick, and I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm done with this. So,
my big thing with her is when she'll, like you said, she'll have glimmers of really good stuff, but then she'll be like, well, I'll punch you in the tits. And it's like, that's not even funny. What are you talking? I'm going to stick my hand up your vagina and pull out your ovaries.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, my yam bag. Oh, right, Tony? The classless Tony Storm, Sleaze.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And then Sasha Banks, who's been doing the same promo for 15 years now. There's no progression in this lady's anything. The wrestling has been the same. The promos have been the same. The presentation gets worse because she came out with a cowboy hat the other night. And what are we doing? And it's just the whole voice and the belts that I guess apparently indies don't give a shit about that she's carrying around.
So many belts.
Cringe.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But she's Snoop Dogg's cousin, didn't you know?
Right.
Goodness.
Right. Forgot about that.
So that's happening tonight, guys. Tony Storm and Sasha Banks for the championship. One of her championships. Yeah. I think probably her favorite, because she gets paid the most by that championship. And of course, the last match, Moxley versus Hangman in a Texas death match. Are you guys not Adam Page fans either? What?
No.
You don't like his perm?
No, it's the biggest. It's possibly the biggest fake tough guy in that company. It's just, he's just a ponce. He's just boring.
He's deathly unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. I agree. You're very unbelievable. The perm doesn't make it any better. I like that he permed it.
My opinion's based on pre that sort of time as well. So the perm afterwards is just that's that. CM Punk, I think, would beat the crap out of him, and CM Punk's 0 for 2 in legit fights on television. So, but yeah, I think Punk would just hammer the shit out of him.
We all
know what happened with him.
I agree with you guys again. It's the way Adam Page walks, the way he talks, his whole mannerisms. It's a fake tough guy. It's him playing as a tough guy, right? And it just doesn't. Again, it's not believable, like the Sleaze said. It looks ridiculous, and then they're going to put the strap on him probably tonight, right? Because they got to take it off Jason Voorhees. I mean, this is going on forever with this guy.
It needed to end a year ago, but they still continued. So I don't know if they're going to put the belt on Adam Page. It's terrible either way. But if they keep it on Moxley, you don't give a shit about your audience.
People are actually laughing about it. Like if Mox keeps the title tonight because it's so ridiculous. This is like their big show, right? You got to take the title off Mox now with all the build up and everybody literally making promos about it, like Ospreay. Remember, like AEW sucks because you're the champion,
right?
Like, yeah, that is a part of the reason. That's right. Yam bags over here, Mac Diesel. Oh, the classic Tony Storm tits. Oh, that's right.
And this is how bad this company is. Coach just said that Dustin Rhodes is the new TNT champion.
Eat shit, bitch. Oh, that's over, right?
Wasn't Fletcher in that match? Yeah.
Wait a second. Dustin is the new TNT champ. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. That's how bad this company is. They made Dustin Rhodes the TNT champion when Kyle Fletcher was in that match. A 50-something-year-old guy that wrestles in ROH.
Well, let me tell you this, Sleaze. There is news that Dustin who? Are we talking about the same guy here? Goldust, right?
Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, Goldust.
Yeah, Goldust. Let's just call him Goldust.
Talking to somebody about AEW and him possibly leaving soon. He's like, oh, well, I was hoping to get a whole Sting go away and all this. Like, that's really the reason why I'm here still, and why it's like, something to that effect, where they were asking, like, what would you like out of this? And he's like, oh, it's been great and blah, blah, blah. And Tony's wonderful and this and that. But yeah, he wants the Sting go away. And I'm just like, bro, come on, get over yourself, man. That's Sting. I understand you've been around a long ass time, but most of that time was with Vince McMahon and as Goldust, which is what most people remember you. AEW is not going to be able to pull that off for you. I'm sure they'll do something nice for you, but you're not getting the Sting treatment.
That's like 10 years from now, Grayson Waller, right? If he stayed in the same position now, saying, well, I want the John Cena treatment when I leave. Are you kidding me?
But yeah, that's why he blocks me and Danny. We're not even being overly harsh or being trollish. He's just blocking everybody, I guess. Hey, don't you cross me, buddy. And then Cody used to do the same thing. He blocked me years ago, but then he came over to WWE and he's like, I don't block anymore. Actually, I found out by Jimmy Tops, great fan and listener. He listens to the audio version, I believe. He's like, he said something about Cody Rhodes blocking him online. And Cody actually replied to him when he was at AEW and goes, oh, I don't block anymore, buddy. Or something like that. Like, oh, okay. And then I went and checked and I wasn't blocked anymore. I'm like, wow. So I can continue to say that your wife shouldn't be 30 feet near a wrestling ring? Because that's what did it. I know what does it. Right after that, I couldn't see any more of what you were up to. It was weird. But you know what? Guess what the WWE's done? They've kept her much further away than that. Thank you very much. Good job, Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. That's one good thing you've done. Because, anytime she's near that wrestling ring, makes me so mad. Same as Rhea Ripley with a microphone in her hand. Fuck out of here with that.
Or Sasha Banks just being a wrestler.
Yeah, doing promos like, you understand. And she just stands. Oh, my God, it's stunk. And then Tony Storm hamming it up. Like she's on some fucking improv group. I'm like, oh, thank God. AEW, I couldn't do it. Not until I get those sweet, sweet retweets and shares.
Those are coming quick.
Eventually they're going to do it. When we get to like 20, then they're going to give me, I'll get exactly 20 just to fuck me over and I'll have to watch it. I'm going to be like, was this worth it? For the gag of it. It has, the way it's steadily grown has been funny. I know there are normal AEW fans out there that are hardcore and they want to put it over. The best way to put it over is to have a guy that does a fucking podcast that talks about wrestling every week actually watch your show, right? So That's the idea of it.
I'm serious. We should do one. What's their next pay-per-view? I don't even keep up. But we should do one that says, "Hey, retweet this so much, we'll do a watch
Get
along."
more blocks than subscribers that way. Oh my goodness.
Because I believe the only way I'm going to enjoy AEW is if we do a watch along and I can say freely in the moment what I do not like and what I like. Because there'll be stuff that I like. I'm not going to totally shit on this company.
We'll figure it out, but we'll do it. If that's what the people want, we're not asking you, okay? But we would rather do what you guys would want. So if you want something like that, let us know at all the socials. But you guys want to go? You guys want to go another hour or so? Well, you can leave anytime you want, but I'm probably going to go another hour or so. I got so many more notes. We just finally finished up the AEW stuff, but I need a drink. I need to drain the lizard and let the dog out and stuff. So, here, look at this. All right. Look at us. All back, all set. A little more than 5 minutes. Professionals.
Draining the lizards.
I haven't heard that in forever. Drain the lizard, dude. Yep. So, okay. What else we got to talk about? We just told you everything about All In. Everything you need to know. Oh my God, it's so hot in here.
All 35
Hold on,
matches.
I gotta put my fan on. Discuss this. Let's talk about this next. I'll let you guys go first. Just look at this picture. You know what we're gonna talk about. Hold on.
What are we talking about? Superman. I want to see this. Not much to talk about.
Is he that disgusted? To balance it out, then I will not go and see this. Oh, there we go. He's back.
You're not watching this?
Nope.
No.
Why not?
Hashtag should have never gone live action. They've proven it now. Every time they bring out a new Superman or Batman or whatever, they're like, oh my God, so-and-so director, is really going to capture the essence of it? And it's like, no, they can't, because they're trying to make something. They're making live action from comics and that, and it's just, yeah. You've got a toaster, you've got a bit of steak. They don't go together, don't try it, but look what they do. They keep trying it every time, and they put the steak in the toaster and they turn it on, and it's never the same. That just doesn't look like Superman because it's live action. It's supposed to be a comic, and it's supposed to look a certain way, and this just puts all the actors and the writers and the directors over. I use the quotation marks with writers because comic books are essentially a storyboard, and they always end up changing something because they think they know fucking best. Whether it's a video game, whether it's a TV show, manga, whatever, it's just, they can't help themselves, and they should have just stopped this a long time ago. It was cute when we got like the first X-Men and the Punisher and Constantine, where you could just get like a little sample of each of these comic book franchises, but they've shown they can't be trusted with them now, and it's just ridiculous. Check out my pinned tweet for 8 seconds of just something you can say every time this shit comes around.
Well, I'm going to be 47 years old, and I've seen so many renditions of Superman. You know what I mean? It's like I've been there since Christopher Reeves, and yeah, they're beating a dead horse. I'm going to see it. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not going to see it. But it's like how many Supermen do we need? We just had one that started 10 years ago, you know. Now we're doing it again.
I'm not even like a huge Superman guy. I got some Superman comics. Compared to the rest of the characters I have, it's very small. But you know, he's always been super overpowered. I guess that's the point, right? But
yeah,
I'm not mad at it. Actually, I always wanted comic book movies when I was a kid. I would have the comics. I would see there were movies being made, like science fiction and all this. I'm like, why can't they just do it? You know what I mean? Like, just come on. And every time they did it, it would be the shits. And then finally, except the Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. That was pretty badass. I don't care how ridiculous it was. Yeah, that was good. As a kid, especially, I was like, this is friggin' badass. So, do you guys remember any of them older ones like Captain America?
The old-fashioned Batman with Adam West. Brilliant. It doesn't have to be Tim Burton. It doesn't have to be whatever the modern guy is, where it's like, let's make it as dark and evil and grotesque and needlessly violent and moody as possible. And it's just like, what they did originally was just, it was really good. And I'm not being like, only the old stuff is good, because that's not always the case, but they can't help changing stuff. And the longer this goes on, the longer they just like, you forget what was originally there. And in the comic book shop that I frequent, there's one of the guys was going through all the different Superman comics, and I'd said last week about there being too many different alternative covers for comic books, and Reezy had said there's just too many comics in general, spin-offs, and there's like 10 different ones for Superman, if not more, as well as like normal Superman. There's like the Ultimate Superman, Amazing Superman, and the one with the dogs, and it just goes on, and it's like, this is just overdone, and it's just, yeah.
They did it with Batman too. Batman has like 20 different books.
Yeah, and there's a Batman universe now, isn't there? So like Two-Face has got his own series, and
here's
everyone has now.
The worst thing in comics, in my opinion. Well, obviously, the worst thing, I mean, it has to be like the actual writing and art in some of these books. But let's just say it's all good or whatever. Like the absolute worst thing the comic like business can do is make 6 issues of something and then make another 5 or 6 issues of something and call it a number one again. The rash of number ones. Everything's a fucking number one out here, and it stinks. And then you try to look it up and go, oh, I got such and such number one. No, you don't. There's like 50 number ones.
And they all have 8 different commemorative fucking alternative covers. And it's like, well, you were going to do that for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 anyway. So why do you have to be like, we need more number ones so we can do special editions of them? It's like you do special editions of everything. Every game, every video game that comes out, there's a special edition of it. That's like twice the price. Same with films. And it's just like, it's just overdone. And some people have the money to just burn, yes, but not everybody. And we shouldn't have to just for very little in reward.
But with all this said, right, I think I welcome another Superman movie, and I probably will see it at some point. I rarely go to the movies. I think the last movie I actually saw in the movie theater was Top Gun 2, and that was under different circumstances than usual. It was just like, randomly going out, being in a place at a time. But I just haven't been to the movies regularly, God, since the 2000s. When I think about it, sometimes I laugh to myself. I've been to the movies and probably everybody else, all you guys too, so many times in my life. I'm getting to the point now where I'll see a random movie from like 1990 and I'm like, I saw that in the movies. I saw this in the movies. I saw that in the movies. Remember, Sleaze, we went and saw fucking Boogeyman in the movies. Remember Boogeyman?
Yeah.
That random, it was just random.
Yeah.
It was like, that's what you did back in the day when there was nothing else to do. It was like, well, what's at the movies? Oh, Boogeyman, urban legend from the early 2000s. Remember that horror movie? I'm like, I saw that in the movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
I was at the movie theater pretty much, and I think most Americans, like, every weekend, at least once during the weekend, like every single weekend. And that
was the thing to do for a long time, was like every single week, you pick a movie
like, this sucks
and go.
Or this was good or whatever. But the social media thing has blown everything so far out of proportion, where with the Superman movie, it's like everybody's got to have a take if it's good or bad before it even happens.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the trailer looked good to me. And that's all I need. If you give me a trailer, I can pretty much pinpoint. I don't care if they got even a handful of woke stuff here and there in between it. If the rest of the movie is good and they're just inserting that shit, I'll know. But I'm not going to be like, oh, this movie's trash. And that's kind of the way that everything rolls now. Like, everything must be trash no matter what. even if there is no woke shit in it. So,
no, a big
I
thing
think
too is. No, go ahead, Danny.
No, go on, man.
No, just real quick. This is another thing. Like, I'm into the movie. I want to see the movie. You know what I mean? I want to see this new whatever. I'm always intrigued with that. But then they come out and they say, oh, well, it's going to be a universe. Like, everything's got to be a fucking universe now. Where James Gunn came out and said, okay, well, here's our plan going for the next fucking 10 years. And we're coming off Marvel, we're coming off even like Star Wars, or everything's got a fucking universe now that you have to invest like 5 or 10 years.
I like that. You need that, especially in comic books. Because then they're going to want to, if this is a success, which it's going to be, they're going to need to follow that up and mesh all these things together. So when they make their group movies, just like Marvel did, why didn't all these movie departments or whatever make all this stuff just accurate, comic accurate from the get? You know, I just don't understand. It's so stupid. Everything's so silly with the movies. All these little executive EVPs, their little EVPs over there, they're producers and whatnot are like, no, I'm going to change it this way and kind of make it more our own, and it will fit the general audience better. No, it won't. The comics already did it. Danny said these are fucking storyboards. It's so easy to do. Do what the book says. Write it how the book talks. If they're set in like the 1950s, have them talk like it's the 1950s. People will like it. And if they don't, you make another Superman movie that's set, saying it's futuristic. I don't mind having all this stuff and having all the content. It's as long as it's like creative and it actually pulls from the original source. It's when they start getting all movie Hollywood with it, and they're like, no, we're gonna strip the life out of it first, and what makes Superman. But I can't tell you what that is because I haven't seen this movie yet. Again, I'm probably not going to see it in the theater. I'll see it when it first comes out here. But one last thing before we get off all this stuff. DC seems to be trouncing Marvel right now in the comic book space. Have you been noticing that, Danny, at the shops?
Yeah, they have. Well, from what I've seen people buying.
Because I've always been
Marvel haven't sold, but I think people are just Marvel fatigued. Marvel's been like, with everything culminating with Endgame, and then people were like really buzzing after that, and then after that it's just been not very good.
Then they came back with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and everything else, and Disney have just like mushed it into a fine paste, and I think people are just happy to have a bit of a break from Marvel in general, whereas DC is a little refreshing because they were sort of the underdog before. The last thing I saw at the cinema was Bob's Burgers, the movie, which was really good, to be fair. It's a great show, and the film was really well done. But yeah, that's the last thing I went to the cinema to pay to watch.
Yeah, I've seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force at the theater. I saw the South Park movie at the theater. God, I saw the old Batman. Remember the Batman show, the Phantasm, or everybody's like, it's like a cult classic now. I never actually watched it again, but I saw that in the theater in the early 90s. I was always at the movies. And totally like, it's almost like my mind's been wiped where I don't even remember any of it until it's brought up. And I'm like, that's right, I saw that in the movie theater. It's weird.
I used to go like twice a week. I used to see like everything, but then there was like a 9-month turnaround, if not more, for when things were going to come out on DVD or on TV. So you had to wait, whereas now it's just like, meh, if you don't want to go and pay like 20 or 30 quid or whatever it is over there, I'm sure it's just as extortionate with the overall price of food and stuff. If you don't want to do that out of the comfort of your own home, just wait a couple of weeks and it'll be on Disney or Netflix or whatever, or you'll be able to pay for it. So you don't even need to inconvenience yourself to that degree anymore, because it is expensive. And if you're like a parent and you've got like 2, 3, 4 kids, they all want to go and see Batman or Spider-Man or whichever, and they all want popcorn or they all want a drink, it's a fucking lot of money. And I can totally see why people just go, yeah, I'm just going to pay whatever Disney is per month, or whatever DC's one.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like the turnaround is so quick. I looked online to see if like Superman for some reason was streaming somewhere, and they said, well, it's going to come eventually on Max because it's a Warner Brothers thing, and they said expect like 2 or 3 months. Where back in the day, it'd be 6 months to a year before you got it on VHS or DVD or Blu-ray. And you got these 5K TVs and surround sound systems that sometimes are better than the actual quality of the movie theater. So I hate people. So am I going to go hang out with a bunch of fucking people that are going to make noise and all this other shit and pay, $80 to go to the movies, or just wait 2 months for it to come on Max or Disney?
I think I've been thinking about it literally for a week. It's just been sitting in my head. Every once in a while, I'm like, you know what? I need to collect VHSs and DVDs again, and now that they're like kind of cheap all over again. There's dips, it'll get high for a bit and gets real low. Well, it feels like there's a low going on, but everybody knows what's going on. We spoke about it talking about the video games. We don't own anything. I want to own this stuff. So I think I'm just going to start getting DVDs, CDs, cassettes, and VHSs and albums all over again. I already have it. I got a VCR. I got a DVD player. I mean, I might as well use it. I would rather not pay these streaming companies. I know I don't own it, and it just makes me sick when I think about it.
Yep. I never stopped. I've got collections around.
Yeah, a big thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing I'm into. I ain't paying for stuff that I don't get to keep. Sorry.
A big thing is, especially in like the horror genre right now, is like owning VHS. Like even for like older movies and newer movies too. Like a big thing is like, especially with young kids, because I follow a lot of people and people follow me on X that are into the horror genre, and a big thing is VHS right now.
It's been out there. People have known about the physical media stuff, and certain people have been into it. But I think right now is the time, if you're a buyer, if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of this stuff and you would like to get it on the cheap, because it did spike, especially everything spiked during COVID. But ever since, it's all coming right back to normal. And I'm telling you, we do not want to live in this AI Netflix subscription future. It stinks. And I'm paying a subscription for Netflix. Again, I'm only doing this for the wrestling, in part for the show. And then also, I still see commercials. Really? So, nope.
Filthy bastards.
Yep. I already shot a little film of the background here. If anybody wants to take a closer look at that, I'll put that up at some point this week. And then I'll do the other side of the room. And that's not even like the tip of the iceberg around here. This is just what I'm like placing out here for the show. But it's also way in the background, and logos cover it and everything else. So if you're interested in that stuff, I'll have some videos for you coming up. But
you're right, though. The pendulum is swinging back with like younger people wanting to have physical copies of things, because when they come in the shop, I've heard quite a few people saying, "Oh, I've read this online, but I'd rather have the book or the comic or whatever." And people are sort of like starting to realize they are missing out on things.
Which is, it seems strange to me. I didn't really think we were going to ever win over the younger crowd to get back into physical stuff, because they have the digital and it's just like right there. And when you grow up like that, I didn't think that they would actually want the physicals. But you know what? I maybe it's just a thing that was never ever really going to go away in the first place. Because when it boils down to it, you don't own anything. Again, I don't want to pay every month for the rest of my life. I just want it, right? I got the Running Man back there with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can watch that anytime I want, and all the extras and everything else. And another key factor, it will never be edited by any weirdo in Hollywood. Some baby eater out there going, take this out.
You know, they've made a new one, don't you?
No, I heard it, but
they've remade the Running Man. Yeah.
Really?
Changed the concept a little bit, and again,
the
trailer looks okay, because you can make any 90-second trailer look.
It's gonna suck.
But but it's different. So it's not going to be the same. So they just like you say, they shouldn't.
Total Recall. Did we need that second one?
No.
Remember Total Recall or Colin Farrell?
No.
I didn't even see it, but I can just tell you can tell how media works when like something comes out like Total Recall or a whole, updated version of it, and nobody talked about it after it was released. That's how I know it sucked.
It was bad. It was really bad. I watched it just to see how bad it was going to be, and I wasn't disappointed. Recently, talking about owning stuff, I went to the mall for the first time in probably fucking years at this point. So I went to Newberry Comics, and I got so nostalgic that when you walked in and you smelled like the plastic from like CDs and albums, and you could physically have them in your hands, I miss that feeling. That was one of the biggest things when I was a kid. You would hear a CD's coming out, you'd go to the store, you'd sit there for 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, just browsing through stuff. And then like you buy it, you get home, you unwrap it. It's got all the literature for it and all that stuff. The kids don't understand this. It was such a feeling to like actually say like, oh, I own this now. And then to put the media in and enjoy it. It's a whole feeling this generation and even the generation before that really don't know about. And it's good that they're actually getting back into that. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling.
It's not surprising with how well vinyl still is loved by people, even though vinyl was technologically outdated a long, long time ago now. But people just can't let go of it, whether it's because the sound is specifically vinyl oriented, vinyl only, that hiss and everything, or they just like holding the thing and just the whole process and the ritual of putting it down, putting the needle on, and people like these things. And I'm not surprised that eventually younger people who don't have physical copies of things are just like, what am I missing? And now once they do, the mind's just going to blow and be like, yeah, I need more of this, and more sort of like tactile interaction.
I just remember getting.
I always. Real quick. I always had this affinity of like when I heard like a beat or even like a rock song where it sounds good and everything's like that. I always had like an interest in who made this music, who was the producer, who was the DJ, all this stuff. So you would buy the physical copy, right? You'd unfold that, big long thing, and they would show all the credits. So then I'd say, oh, well, this person made this music. I'm going to go and I'm going to look up all this stuff on this person's stuff. You can't even really do that now, unless it's like, oh, executive produced by this or that.
It's just so much noise.
It's just the knowledge of.
Because everything's so available, you just had the package of, you had what they gave you before. Now you have everything and everything else on top of it. And it's just like, it's a mess. And again, that's people are starting to notice. I've talked about this on the show, and now I'm starting to see it on like TikTok reels and things. And I'm like, wow, I thought this was my idea. You know what I mean? But if you need to get going, Sleaze, no problem.
Yeah, I got to get going. All my plugs, just go to my QR code.
Yes.
Good show, guys.
Have fun. As usual. Thanks for coming on. And go follow the Sleaze all over the interwebs.
Yes, and troll me. It's fun. I love it.
All right, later, man.
See you guys later.
Yep. So, getting. I remember this. I have a vivid memory of watching Bill and Ted and being insanely excited about it because it was just a rental that was brought to my house, and I was like, I didn't know what it was. And then you put it in and it was Bill and Ted. I was like, holy shit. Because again, this is like 6-8 months later after it was already in the movies. But this is one of the movies I just happened to not like go see as a kid. And, it's like, I remember that. That's how like crazy that moment was. It was such a big deal to have a cassette tape of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. But that movie ruled, of course. It was excellent. And it's like all of this has been wiped out in my lifetime, and it's just weird to me. So I'm bringing it back for myself and for everybody else. I know everybody else wants it. Anybody at least that if you were born in the year 2005, that's probably around the cutoff. If you were born at 2005 or before, you know what I'm talking about. And anybody after that, you're probably one of these people, Danny, you're talking about, where you've been growing up in digital slop, and now you're like, wow, I just would rather have something in my hands to do something with other than a screen that I look into. So, we're doing it. I'm going to start up an eBay store again because I'm getting rid of Teespring, Danny. These people are ridiculous. I hit him up the other day again. We're going to the Better Business Bureau over this. I mean, you want me to have people wait months, like 6 months or whatever to get items? And that, of course, that makes me look bad. I didn't do anything. I did everything I was supposed to do. So now and then also on top of all this, they don't even want to pay me. Oh, it's going to take a month. Well, it's been over a month. Where's the money? Simple as that. Give me my money. Give everybody what they paid for. And we're done, right? I'm talking to AI over this, Danny, because I'm like, what's going on here? How can I fix this in a more practical manner instead of going to their help desk and, getting the runaround as usual? And of course, it started off with all that, but then we got through all that. And it said, just go to the Better Business Bureau. I mean, that's pretty much it. So I'm like, I guess I'll do it. We're going to experiment with that this week, folks. So that will be an ongoing story. Paladin still doesn't have a shirt.
I can't say they're the best, but the only one that I've used, but I use Redbubble and I haven't had a problem with them, but I have heard other people who have had issues, maybe not with payment or anything, but just because you can choose so many different things to put your designs on. You might line up something for a t-shirt and then think you've got it lined up for like the apron or the pillowcase or something, and then when it actually gets there, someone's already paid for the thing and it's like wrapped around in a weird way and it's not exactly how you thought it was on the screen because you can't see prototypes, like physical prototypes in front of you. But I don't know if it's worth looking into Redbubble, but
I know what I'm doing. I have an eBay account. I have actually sold on there before in the past. So I'm just going to revive it and order my stuff locally so I can actually touch it. Again, physical media and all the shit everybody gets out here is coming directly from me. And I can't fuck it up because I'm going to be doing it. When I want something to be done right, I have to do it myself. Even in the year 2025. Guys are stupid. We got AI out here and everything, and I can't even get a service to send out logos on shirts. Guys are idiots. So, yep, I got to do everything myself. Thanks. So obnoxious. And then it's work, literally trying to contact these people, sitting in chats. The guy in the chat the other day on the Teespring chat pretty much just hung up on me. He's like, oh, we're done here. Bye-bye. Because I'm asking questions, right? I want to know more about what you're doing and what your operation is. And he was like, no, we don't want any more questions. We're done. Bye. Like, wow. Okay. So I wonder how many people they think are just going to go, well, it's only $100. It's only all this. They don't even know these people. I'm going to keep coming. I'm not stopping. So you might as well get the printing going. Turn the printing machine on, guys. Because when I get bitter and angry, I kind of turn into a pit bull. I'm not going to let go. You're going to have to kill me first. Teespring in a boxing ring. Apollo Creed style. That's right, Paladin. Listen, I'm for the disenfranchised. I'm one of them myself. Nobody's helping me with anything out here. I can't get anything going on. And anytime I try to do something, I spend several hours on Teespring putting logos on, picking up the shirt, setting up a store, blah, blah, blah. And then they won't send your shit out. Oh, my God. They're so lucky I don't own a plane, Danny, in a boxing ring.
Of course.
All right. So anyway, what else we have to talk about? Well, we got 3 more pay-per-views to talk about, right? Saturday night main event is later this evening. Orton versus McIntyre. That's happening. You know, I'm kind of done with Randy Orton. He come out with Jelly Roll last night.
Really?
That's a whole thing we can talk about. The Jelly Roll thing is happening, folks. It's true. The rumors are true. Jelly Roll showed up at SmackDown. He's fat! And also the rumors of him fighting with Logan Paul. Logan Paul came out. Poop, man. And of course, he's disrespecting Jelly Roll in the middle of his song. Jelly Roll actually looking pretty fit. He's been working out. He looked like a blimp. He looked like Viscera. Not even lying. He was big fat like Viscera. Now he looks like a deflated version. Still wearing like the moo shirts and everything. Sure, a lot of saggy skin. Just, you know, go to the Rock's doctor. He knows how to take care of them titties. Yeah, but Logan Paul came out and started disrespecting him. Randy Orton came out with his massively swollen red head. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this lately, but Randy Orton got this big ol' ass head lately. I'm just like, wow, man, like calm down. You're about to have an aneurysm or something in there, Brainiac. And yep. Then who else came out? Oh, and then Drew McIntyre. That's why this match is happening. Drew McIntyre attacked him, just like he was attacked by Randy Orton last week when he first showed up, back into wrestling because he took time off. And now we're probably most likely, because Jelly Roll's going to be in Randy Orton's corner tonight against McIntyre. Logan Paul will be there. There's going to be more mischief. And then they will be taking each other on at SummerSlam. Randy Orton, Jelly Roll, two Tennessee boys from Knoxville. And they're going to take on the other guys. And I'm going to be sitting here the whole time.
It's the shits.
Calling it the shits.
Is that the link with him and Orton, that they're from the same place then?
Yep, that's how they started off last night. Jelly Roll come walking in and he goes, "Oh, look, another Nashville, Tennessee boy." And Randy Orton.
No, isn't he from St. Louis, Missouri? Or is that just a gimmick hometown?
He was born in Nashville.
Right,
it's one of those things. So he probably grew up in St. Louis, but yep. These WWE, they fool everybody out here. They're not fooling us. We got the internet. Yep. So that's happening. Danny, you looking forward to this tonight and SummerSlam, which we already know. This is very obvious, right? What's going on?
The advertising things before it's even started. Well, I mean, you need to do that obviously anyway, but I mean, there's no need to advertise so aggressively. We're trying to get round to Saturday night main event, and it's just like, oh yeah, SummerSlam. Let's focus on this one first. But no, it's silly. It's just cross promotion. I know why they're doing it. They think it's going to increase the fan base, and they're going to catch that mythical casual audience, which I suppose they kind of have. But I don't think whichever pop star they get on is gonna like reinvent wrestling reinvent the Attitude Era or anything like that.
Especially not in this day and age when you can see them. Like, you could just turn on Instagram while you got the show on and boom, Jelly Roll's right there. You know what I mean? It's just, It doesn't, back in the day, that's why everything was better back in the day, because you weren't overexposed to so much. Yeah. You know, it was like, wow, Lawrence Taylor is going to fight in WCW, or Dennis Rodman or some other sports star or whatever. And that wouldn't even that made more sense, because you're like, these guys are athletes. They could be badasses. You know what I mean? You don't know. And they were characters in their own right, because they were in an athletic game where it kind of like, you know, people stand out for that type of thing, being faces and heels, even in, pro sports. But as a musician, it's kind of just like, aren't you Cyndi Lauper then? Aren't you? Why are you in the ring? And I get it. Bad Bunny can do the flippy wrestling and stuff like that. But am I supposed to believe that Bad Bunny's going to beat anybody up? I don't. And I still don't. So
I think that's why Andy Kaufman was genius, because Yeah, for that reason, where it's like, well, he doesn't actually have to legitimately convince anybody. Sorry, he doesn't have to convince anybody that he could legitimately beat up one of these athletes when he's just getting women in the ring, rolling them up, and hitting them, and being like, yeah. But also, like you say, because of the availability. If you wanted to see Andy Kaufman goofing around and being silly, there was a limited number of places to see him do that. The fact that he got onto wrestling was a bit special, so it was like, oh, this is actually special, and he's adding to the show. He added big time to the show, not just promoting himself. Whereas everyone that comes in to WWE, it just from the beginning is just like, you're here advertising yourself. That's what you're here for, and now everybody has to make space and exceptions for you not being, fully committed to this or just seeing it as a quick little promotional tool.
I was kind of hoping I was going to be at Evolution tonight, taking on somebody. I was going to pull out the sweatpants. You know what we do in the sweatpants, Danny, right? We go to the strip clubs.
Right.
That's right.
I was going to say sweat, but yeah.
I was listening to this sports announcer. He's been relegated to just online because he's a hardcore Christian right guy. So they kicked him off TV altogether, and now he's online. And he's talking about. He's like, I'll tell you, I used to go to the strip clubs and I'd wear the sweatpants and all this stuff. He's testifying and all this. I'm like, this is amazing. Yep. But I'll be that guy. If you want me to go to NXT in sweatpants, Triple H, anytime, brother. I mean, you don't have a gross chick there. Some butter faces, but, I don't mind that. Some say I'm a butterface myself, right? Peter Parker? I'm something of a butterface myself. Wow, the Young Fucks just lost. We're getting news, our correspondence from Coach. Wow. So they're not the EVPs anymore. That's wow. What? They lost all, championship things. The Sleaze told us about this earlier. They didn't really lose their EVP roles. Okay. Get it right, everybody. Get liking and subscribing as well. Hope there's no emergencies over there. I'm sure he's fine, but here we go. All right. We were going to talk about Saturday night main event. We already spoke on Orton and his 80-pound head going up against Drew McIntyre. Next, we're going to talk about LA Knight. Yeah. And Seth freaking Rollins. They're taking each other on tonight. This LA Knight, so mad, so furious with the Seth Rollins. He just wants to hurt him. That's what he said last night on SmackDown. He wants to hurt Seth Rollins and put him in his place because Seth Rollins has been messing him up lately, man. He's a player on Raw. He's been doing things. But Seth Rollins also has a plan for himself, mainly. He acts like he's got a plan for Bronson and Bronson Incorporated, but he really doesn't. So, yeah, they're going to butt heads tonight. At some point, everybody's waiting for not Bronson Reed, the other one, Braun Breaker, to turn on him. Because everybody's looking there like he's the next big thing. He's the next big thing. And we're all parroting the same stuff, right? Is he the next big thing? I guess he is. When they made NXT 2.0, he was like a champion immediately on there. Yep. Don't worry. I'm a professional. All right. I got LA Knight shirt on. It should be a good match. It should be. And I may have some LA Knight merch coming too. New shirts coming to the podcast soon. Everybody get liking and subscribing. Hit that like button. Come over to YouTube. We need those watch hours. My God, my kids need to eat, please. They only can eat if they get likes and subscribes and watch hours. So don't make me go on the GoFundMes and stuff. Is he gone? I don't know. We'll see. I'll look back over here in a minute. We just want to look at me now. I'm so handsome. We spoke on Superman. We fixed everything with Superman. People way too critical before they even seen a movie. What's going on out here? It's been leading up to this through the years, but now with this Superman, it's really front and center that is like some crazy work by you guys out here. Go, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be bad. It's great. It stinks. I've never seen people so divided on a. It's a comic book movie. How bad can it be? Everybody's looking at the CGI. The CGI is this, and the CGI is that. It's like, well, looked fine to me. Everything looked fine to me on the trailer. So, chillax. Shut up and enjoy it, like Gold Dust told me. Okay? Just stop talking. Okay? So this already happened. Let's just name what happened. Then we'll go over Saturday Night Main Event because this already happened. So let's blow through this real quick. And if you know who won in the chat, let us know. Javon Evans, Jasper Troy. That was the first match. Sure, it was great. Grace and Monroe versus JC Jane and Fallon Henry, which, these are more like showcases than anything else. So, all right. And go follow Danny Damage. I'm typing to him. All right. We're going solo for the rest of this. Unless Karrion Kross would like to join me, or Drew McIntyre, who I sent invites to a few weeks back. You never know. One of these days. So what else happened? I don't know. Did anything happen in this show? You guys better tell me. Anyway, back to Saturday Night Main Event. Who cares about this? Great American Bash already happened. I kind of watched some of it with yous. But, when I have multiple guests, if I have one guest, I can do a watch along and they can watch and whatever. More than one, we can't do that. So we got LA Knight Rollins. We already talked about that. LA Knight can't win this, right? Or sure he could, because there's no stakes. There's nothing on the line. So LA Knight, sure, you're going to win. Because you must know Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are going to be coming out there at some point. And you better have some backup. Sami Zayn's already messed up. Penta doesn't like him. Jey Uso doesn't like him. There you go. Let's get yeeting. Yeah. Yeah. Those are just substituting for the yeahs for now until I load them back into the sampler. Then we got Jimmy Uso.
No yeet.
No yeet. No, he's yeet. Versus Solo Sikoa for the U.S. title. Big Jim Uso. I don't know how I feel about calling another man Big Jim. But I'll call you Big Jim. How about that? There you go. Is he going to win, though? I don't think so. Big Jim comes out looking like a 2012 Uso. You know what I'm saying? He's got the big shirt on. You sure it's got sequins on it or whatever, the shiny stuff, a little bit. Then he's just wearing like the normal pants. There's no yeet all over him or anything. He's looking like the dollar store Jey Uso. And I'm a little scared that Jimmy Uso, who may be even more funny than Jey Uso, is now becoming crusty and dusty. You know what I'm saying? So we don't like this. We don't want this for you, Jimmy Uso. So it's time to jazz yourself up. Okay? Maybe shave half your head like that guy that fought Obafemi today in the Great American Bash.
Jeez.
Do something like that. Wake up. Take a shower. Get a clue. Because this is your chance. You can get a U.S. championship tonight. But what are the odds of that? You're going up against 4 other guys. Or a 7-foot guy and 2 other guys. Same difference.
Jeez.
So, just get your act together, Jimmy Uso. Your brother, he's got his act together, all right? I'm sure your mom's already given you this whole spiel, right? So, yep. What else is going on? I mean, last night was pretty good. You know, I can deal with a 2-hour SmackDown on a Friday night. 3 hours? That 10 to 11 hour? You know what that is?
No yeet.
No yeet to the maximum, bro. So, I don't know. There's some upsetting other notes here I'm looking at. We had this Logan Paul came out last night. Of course, he disrespected Jelly Roll. We really don't care about that. That was kind of cool, actually.
Jeez.
But when Logan Paul came out and he announced to the world before he was cut off that he's been signed, his shitty podcast,
It's the shits.
was signed to WWE. So WWE has a whole podcast realm like this, and they haven't sent me an email yet? What? What are you guys talking about? I get that he's got all the followers and he's got all the fake viewers and all of the stuff and the prime bottles and the things. But you know, if WWE wants to really knock this shit out the park with their radio and their podcast game, we're the Howard Stern over here of that stuff. So contact me, Stat Triple H, because this is where it's going down. Belly Swole style. You like Jelly Roll, I like Belly Swole. Paladin says, Big Jim, step out of the Lil Jon music video. Exactly. Yeet to that. That's so 20 years ago, bro. Get over it. So Jimmy Uso taking on Solo. He's not going to win. That's my take. And then, of course, Gunther versus Goldberg. Wow. The match nobody was asking for, but we're getting it. Where's my Goldbergs? Nope. There he is. Yeah, so Goldberg is going to come out. It's mainly going to be that. It's mainly going to be the entrance. Hopefully he doesn't bash his brains against a locker like he usually does. So he has his senses about him when he comes out there. The Sleaze was telling me before, and I'm sure he'll tell you next week that he told you so, because he told me before we even did the show that he thinks Goldberg could win this thing. And that would be, whoo boy.
It's the shits.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. To have Gunther beat Jey Uso to then lose the strap to Goldberg would make 0.00 sense. It wouldn't make any sense at all. And if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense, right? And it must work in reverse as well. So Goldberg can't win tonight. That's my take. If Gunther loses to Goldberg, This is some Kevin Owens garbage horseshit. The man is limping to the ring to cut a promo in the first place. Not to do a match, just to go and cut a promo. And I don't hate Goldberg, bro. I got his autograph right here. You'll see it in the video I'll post. Like and share and subscribe and retweet. Hit all the buttons right now, please. Maybe you'll actually see that video someday. But, I mean, I'm not just a hater. Once again, I don't hate AEW. I don't hate Goldberg. I hate the way the business tries to tell me, make me feel like I'm an idiot. I'm not an idiot. Okay? This is all bad for business, Philly sports pride. I don't see how this is great for business or good for business. So what would be good for business is what? We're going to get a 4-minute match of Gunther beating up Goldberg and slapping him around, and Goldberg does 2 moves, and then we go home? What?
Yeet. What?
No yeet.
No yeet.
Exactly. Always agree with me, Usos. So, yeah. I've never understood why they were doing that. I saw it coming a million miles away, as so did many of you out here. You know, when they brought him back and had Gunther talking smack to him and his son on the outside. And then he went to college football, Goldberg, talking about it on the pre-show to the last season of college football. And now we're here. Goldberg managed to live long enough to get to this match. Now we're here with Gunther. And I'm telling you, if Gunther loses to Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and Goldberg in the matter of a year, you know what that is.
It's the shits.
Totally 100% unfiltered shits. That's what that's going to be. So cut it out. Don't do it. Stop it. Stop it, WWE. Because you think that's going to make everybody feel good and make them want to watch Lady Wrestling all day tomorrow? You think Goldberg at the end of this long day? Because I'm sure your show's going to run over AEW. I see what you're doing over there. So petty, so ridiculous. We didn't need all this in this. Has this weekend been known for wrestling ever? Am I new here? Huh? Philly Sports Pride says, hopefully 30-second match. Start the show with it. You know what I'm saying? Laugh my ass off. Hopefully. He was gassed when he was talking to Gunther in the ring. He walked down the ring. He came in his cool sports car. You know, that whole thing WWE does. Then he gets out. He's all mad. And he walks down to the ring, gets in Gunther's face, cuts a promo, and he was fucking gassed. Paladin says, I'm not a fan of Goldberg, but I don't hate him either. I do like his finisher. When it's done right, when it's done wrong, it can go real wrong. You know, you got a man upside down. You don't want to drop him on his head, do you, Goldberg? You almost did that with the Undertaker. You almost... How ironic is this? You almost killed the Undertaker.
I love you.
No, you're not the Undertaker. There he is.
In peace.
Undertaker almost rest in peace in himself. On his own head? On my own head? Drop me on my own head? Holy shit. At least the Undertaker doesn't have this guy after him. He's so coming for me when he gets out. Bring it. I'll be waiting for you. You too, Moxley. The 13th. Not scared of you either. Bring it on, boys. Yep. So, man, we just figured out Saturday night main event. We just blew right through that. I'm picking Gunther because I'm out of the surprise business. I pick surprises all the time and I'm always losing. No more. I'm an expert analyst journalist, one of the best. So we're going to start being right again. LA Knight, is it your time to look good over Seth Rollins and his crew? That would be a real bad look for Seth Rollins when he already has a couple guys on his team. This happened to him already a couple weeks ago over and over again. LA Knight. And Orton McIntyre. McIntyre's been looking like such a bitch. McIntyre. Jimmy and Solo. Again, Solo. Come on. Do we even have to look at that? Psh. Of course, Jacob, Fat 2, is going to come back. But why would you have Jimmy win the U.S. Championship? Jacob, Fat 2 and 3 come back to help him, say. And then Jimmy is going to have the U.S. strap and Jacob, Fat 2 won't? Psh.
No yeet.
No yeet. Packed house tonight, coach says. AEW. No tarps? They didn't lay the tarps. It's all about the tarps and how you lay them. That's what I heard. It's all about the tarps and how you lay them. But, good for AEW. Good for you guys. I want AEW to grow. I would love AEW to push WWE. I would love the AEW to get so big it pushed WWE to stop competing on these weekends. And then I'm not getting AEW pay-per-view either way. I'm not paying $50. Okay. I already got my subscriptions. And I don't even want to do that. We just did a whole segment on how I'm not going to be doing that in the future. But does this mean I want AEW to go away and not grow and not push WWE to get better? No. I know WWE's not going away in TKO. But we need them to understand that we don't like the jelly roll stuff. We get it. We do. We all get the jelly roll stuff. Good for you. Good for you guys. You're going to grow your audience by, leeching off Jelly Roll's audience. Cool. When podcasters do that type of stuff, we get all kinds of hate for it. Branching out and trying to reach out and things like this. WWE does it. Everybody's on board, even though you're not making any of the money. So fucking retweet this, okay? Share this video to everybody. Not enough viewers, in my opinion. We're killing it. We're doing it. We got a whole bar set up for you guys to come hang out every weekend. So I hope you appreciate it. I know a few of you do, at least. A couple of yous. We got some hardcore podcast listeners. Shout out to them. But I'm speaking to everybody right now live. We do it at one of the hardest points in the week, which is Saturday afternoons. Everybody's waiting for Saturday afternoon generally to come around so they can go and do their own things and, frolic in the parks and pick apples and shit. But I'm over here grinding, and I know most of you listen afterwards. So shout out to those people. You are loved, and we know. I see you. I can still see you. You think I don't know you're listening right now? I know you're listening. All right, what else we got? There is more. Believe it or not, there's more. But wait. All right, there's more. Let's check this out for a second, because I know there's pictures or videos here I want to show you. Hopefully we can get my giggles up again with that Shotzi video. I love this video so much.
I just beat Matt Cardona, and I'm now your new, your only, your real indie god.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. You know that she's your indie god. But what else was there? Hold on, get off my screen, lady. How do I fix this? How do I work all this? Oh, there's Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. We're not friends. They're showing their new merch. Look at this. It's Limp Bizkit, guys. It's Limp Bizkit. Fred Durst was at the show last night. Refuses to put the soy sauce on his beard and on his head. See, he's being real with it, boys. That's why I allow him to wear his hat like that. Because when you're bald, it's okay to wear hats. We just don't want you to act like you're not bald, not wear hats, and have all that side hair like Paul Heyman. That's the shits.
It's the shits.
That's stupid. Why would you want to look like an accountant? I know why Paul Heyman does, but, you know, when you're Limp Bizkit, you can't do that. So shout out to Limp Bizkit. I've been down since the counterfeit days. That's right. The MFTs, right? Is that what he calls his family? The MFTs, the My Family Trees. And this is what Jelly Roll needs to do, to be honest. I did post this. If Jelly Roll's big ass ain't doing this to Logan Paul, then we don't need him. And we won't need you, Jelly Roll. Get humping Logan Paul. He messed up all your equipment. So he definitely deserves this, and he deserves this. That style. What else does he deserve? He deserves this style, definitely. The old around the neck deal where Viscera's on top of it. Looks like Maven. He's raw dogging him. Raw dogged. Yep. I feel the same way, Priest. Priest staring at me. Like, how dare you show this online? And how about this, folks? So, there's a show called King's Court on Bravo Network, which is, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do, because
I'm not gay no more.
Nope, not no more. But when I would watch Bravo because I knew it was the gay network. So, Titus O'Neil. I don't know who these other brothers are over here, but I know Titus O'Neil's in this show, and they're stealing my ideas again, guys. Remember, I wanted to do a dating show. This is a dating show. So Titus O'Neil is a single man and all this stuff, or what have you, and he's going to be out dating broads, and you don't have me producing it? They want to do this, you know, all classy style, right? No. That wasn't the idea. You just took my idea and you're trying to like glam it up. This isn't glamorous stuff. These dating shows. You stupid idiots. You need to hire Dr. Huge. You need to subscribe and share and retweet. And then you got to get me to put you over with your King's Court. The Enzo Amore Big Cows one would have been 1,000 times. This is going to be, I'll check it out. I will watch it. I'll give one episode a chance to just see how you're doing it. I'm sure it's not going to be good, though. So anyway, stop stealing my ideas, Triple H. And for anybody that doesn't understand, they go, you're stupid. You think Triple H runs everything and blah, blah, blah. Welcome to the show. Okay? Yeah, I'm not listing the names of all these people and all these people nobody's ever heard of, you know, every week and every night that I do the show. I'm just going to tell you, I'm blaming Triple H for everything. That's it. Get it? Look at this. The Wyatt Six won the tag belts last night. I was amazed. Many others were amazed out here. Took them straps right off the Street Profits. Street Profits, you know what you were with those straps.
I'm not gay.
What?
It's the shits.
Yeah, it was that. It was the shits. I mean, the SmackDown titles the title scene and the tag scene has been great lately. You know, a lot of good stuff coming from that. But you guys as champs, doesn't really matter who's the champs. It matters that the Wyatt Six are the champs right now because they're back and they're being made to be hot and things right now. Makes sense to me. So I didn't see anybody really upset with it. Not even on the race factor, right? Which usually you would see one or two people go, oh, how dare they take belts off of black people or whatever. Not even one of those last night. So the Wyatt Six, you guys got that tag scene on lockdown. Congratulations. Look at this is all the WWE stalkers. That's how they watch SmackDown. They go outside of their place and they take pictures of SmackDown of the ladies they like on the screen. Get it? Seth Rollins gets it. Always there to back me up. No, look at it. Look at him go again. Jelly roll. That's what we want. Jelly roll and Logan Paul. Belly on belly or belly on back. Oh my goodness. And look at this. What a great meme. That's us. If you didn't know. I love that Danny Damage. If only the Sleaze had a hat on that day. And shout out to William Robinson in the house. Hi guys. Sorry I missed the show before now. No problem. Just don't let it happen again. And of course, hit the like button. These people, I say hit the like button 1,000 times, I'll get like 3 likes. Goes right up my keister. Yeah, we're wrapping up here though, but we could talk about evolution. I might as well do another whole nother show tomorrow. I got 3 more pages of notes. I got all the evolution stuff. You know what? Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow if you guys would like it. Would you like that? Huh? That's what everybody else does. Maybe I'll do a poll later, and if you say you want a show, I'll do a Ryback poll so I can go get trolled by everybody, and people will go, no, we don't want a show. And then I'll go, uh-oh, now I got tomorrow afternoon open, and I can't do a show because nobody wants one. Think that's how I'm going to do it? No. So, yep, we'll talk about that tomorrow. That already happened, the Great American Bash. And Saturday Night Main Event, I got to get my sandwiches ready for Saturday Night Main Event. This has been a long-ass show. 3 hours. You guys are so lucky to have Dr. Huge, the Sleaze, and Danny Damage for that long. So lucky. So I hope you hit all the buttons. I hope you do everything I told you to do the past 3 hours. Every single bit of it. Except for the joke stuff. You got to remember when I'm joking. Okay? And that's it, right? I think we're done. Yep, we're done. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. If you want it, you better start commenting and liking and saying that you want it. Or maybe I'll never come back again like I did 5 years ago. One of these days, I'll just go, hey, poof. Ninja pellets right into the ground and disappear into the mist forever. So stop fucking around. It's a Dr. Huge show. Everybody fears us. Everybody at Teespring better fear us. In the Better Business Bureau. And all the pro wrestlers and the sports entertainers fear us. Continue to fear us. I like it. It gives me energy. When the crowd, when the other podcasters and all the other people that talk about wrestling, they're scared to talk to me and to come on the show or have me on the show. I love it. I feel the energy coming. I feed off of it. You know? So keep up the good work, everybody. Keep that fear alive because I'm here to soak it in. And I'll talk to you guys later. Again, if you don't subscribe, then you know what's coming in a boxing ring. See you later.